Zach, this is Crystal Palace. Sync-No-Rad has declared DEFCON 3. Scramble all alert aircraft.
Favorite plate.
Your favorite plate.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Just for the record, what is the favorite plate?
Penis. Super penis.
Super penis. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Every spacefaring race has two things in common. First, they all have a food identical to what humans call Swedish meatballs.
2 egg mayonnaise, a prawn Goebbels, a Herman Goring, and 4 cold salads.
What's the matter? The food ain't that bad, baby.
What's wrong?
Oh, no. Not again.
Not again.
No. No cheese. It's celery, apples, walnuts, grapes.
Right.
In mayonnaise.
Right. Now, come on.
What is it?
Well, it's
green.
it's green.
I probably shouldn't talk along with the intro, but I can't help
Scipia's
myself.
claw. This is heart of Targ. This, of course, is Gog.
Gog?
Yes, sir.
It is. It is green.
I love that face that he makes, like, pour it then, nigger. That's such a good movie.
See, there you have it. You're doing it all wrong. You gotta open your throat, relax your jaw. Don't forget to cup the balls.
Would you care for
Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to receive anything.
Just the biscuits then, please.
Your art is fantastic.
What was it we had for dinner tonight?
Well, we had a choice, steak or fish.
Yes, I remember. I had lasagna.
To these United States. Our two great nations have begun what we...
This taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
hope will be along. Not only economically...
I don't remember eating that.
I don't remember eating that.
I feel better now, thank you. It's that raw fish odor. It makes... Oh, God.
Find him, please. I would love to eat his cookies with some fava beans and a nice chilled fresca.
Hey, Fiona.
Cream?
I don't know. I'm still drinking coffee.
Like my man.
I massage hearts and brains. Yeah. I'm an organ guy. Come on, man. I'll massage your liver with a nice Chianti.
What a wonderful view.
Jean? Sorbet?
I ate some of their brains. Oh, and I tried to cook a little.
Chilled monkey brain.
No worries, Mr. Castle. We understand how that goes.
Give me the strongest thing you got.
I love this scene. What's the strongest thing you got? Fucking greased down Chippensdale guy walks in.
Hey, do you still want that milkshake?
Of course. To go.
Rat. This is a rat burger.
You're delicious, bro.
Ciao, boy.
I prefer my Solarian liver served raw.
He is correct. It was a delicacy in our cycle.
In his belly, you will find a new definition of pain and suffering, as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years.
Have some more chicken, have some more pie. It doesn't matter if it's boiled or fried, just eat it. Life is a spectacle.
Hey, girl.
The Food album
What's
is
for
one of
lunch,
my
huh?
favorite albums from Weird Al for the record. It had so many great puns in it.
I have cake.
I'm fine for cake, Mrs. Doyle.
Are you sure, Father?
There's cocaine in it.
It's
Think York
cocaine
was
in
suicide.
it.
She was on to something.
Oh, something is more like it. You know those wilderness girls' cookies was laced with cocaine.
No wonder I couldn't eat just one.
How sweet. Dark meat.
I just gotta ask, what does human flesh taste like?
Good evening.
Silent breed is people. We gotta stop them somehow.
Yeah? Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
What? I don't like the onions. I just like the fried circles.
Yes, sir.
You never take out the best part of the onion ring. Never.
Pudding.
No, thank you, sir.
I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank and our NATO allies, and what is at stake at this very moment.
We have a launch detection. We have a Soviet launch detection. Emus.
That's exactly what they'll be expecting us to do.
Emus. Oh, fantastic.
Welcome, everybody. Now, by special request of Jabba, we're EFAPing Saggy Melons. Apparently, she was being very retarded about something.
Neither of us have watched this in advance, so this should be fun. Of course.
Yeah, I don't watch much modern movies, so...
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
In 1971, Just Some Ass claimed to demonstrate that there is an acceptable historical evidence that Liam was a genuine historical figure, not a mere figment of myth or romance. Also, 1971, while that Gildas does not mention Liam, Einbrecht wrote that many he suggests that Liam of history was less imposing figure than the Liam of legend, but then argued that it should not be allowed to remove him from the sphere of history. Oh God!
It's just seeing half this stuff played out in the background. It's like, I'm glad I don't spend money on Hollywood anymore. Like, really, it has nothing I want. It really doesn't.
Well, it's why I haven't watched a Hollywood movie in what, like, fuck. I think the last Hollywood movie I watched was Doctor Strange.
The last thing I remember watching in theaters was the first and only Pacific Rim. What sequel?
I do wind up watching a lot of their stuff, but I don't pay for it, so.
Yo,
you want to know why?
Yo.
You want to know why they fucked that up so thoroughly? They couldn't fucking wait for Charlie Hunnam to get off the movie that he was currently working on to do Pacific Rim 2, basically.
Aha.
Wow. But still, again, even though some people are like, oh, but you should watch it before you judge it. It's no, you don't have to watch it. You can judge it before you even watch it or even take a look at it.
Oh, no, here we go.
Dear Diary, it's me, Liam. I've returned after 3 days of walking the Australian outback for my missing sister wives. I have made the decision that I'll be chaining them to the wall next time. Liam.
You could buy good books with the money that a movie... Yeah, exactly. That's precisely how I see it, actually, these days. Similarly, Oakley, sorry, I put an extra L in there. It's I'd much rather spend that money on backing Comicsgate books or books that are around Comicsgate, or listening to audiobooks from the Black Library, Warhammer 40K collection, or just literally anything else.
I don't know. If you're talking CG books, it's like, my theater doesn't cost that much.
Well, I mean, the digitals usually do.
Oh, well, CG often doesn't offer digital, so.
I mean, that's fair. There are a
getting
lot of
more.
CG
It's getting more likely, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because digital does help you get a more of an audience, especially if they're not.
Especially
in your
helpful
region.
if it's somebody from like Europe or something, and
well, It's especially helpful because some people don't want a physical copy from someone. They don't want to spend a lot of money for a physical copy because they're unfamiliar with you.
Yep.
And they will
digital
later on
test run. Test
exactly.
runs. Woo!
And they will later on buy a physical from you when you do like a second chance campaign if they like what they read from you. I'm one of those people.
You can buy a good chain for the price of a movie ticket. Lee.
Yes, you can. Though you got to be careful to keep spreading the Vegemite on the your.
How long is this fucking intro of hers?
God only knows. It's
glad I don't really key into all the mainstream crap anymore. Like really, the Batman. Oh, you should go see it. It's like I don't fucking care about Batman. The last time I cared about Batman was Adam West.
Last time I cared about Batman was when he was using. Batman. Yes. The last time I cared about Batman was when he was still using machine guns to murk motherfuckers.
Freudian slip on Einbrecht's part there.
Yeah, it just like I said, I liked him more when he was more directly plagiarized from Who's More Wants It, The Shadow.
Prime has posted a screenshot showing that reinstate Trump is trending on Twitter.
Oh yeah, it has been since people learned that Elon was going to buy Twitter.
It's not very often that you actually see it though, because
the good and the bad, but generally.
Oh God, it's her. All right. Good
Is that Nerdette?
Yes. Good story that you read. Yeah, it's Tristan. We're gonna have to listen to her voice.
God, no.
We will stay with you far longer than the current movie. Yeah, that's true. All right.
What even is an SJW?
I have to remember though, like Nerdette's the one that loves everything that comes out from DC, even if it's shat out into her mouth, right?
Probably.
Yep.
All right, you're up,
review will lastly summarize the situation as modern academic historians want nothing to do with King Liam. In 2019 review, Billy Basco reported that few topics in late antique and medieval history elicit scholarly groans quite like the idea of the supposedly factual King Liam. Yet historians and other scholars made cases for Liam's existence in historical and literary studies until the 1980s. For academics today, the question of the realism of Liam has been largely banished to comic books, head books, and EFAPs. Fantastic. Breaking news, Ethan Klein H3H3 has been canceled.
Fuck him.
Ethan Klein deserves it.
Oh, and apparently Preston Palter's trying to sue EVS again.
Yep, he refiled in New Jersey. He refiled in New Jersey, and he will fail again.
It's like, I get it, everybody and their brother wants to make...
The last movie I saw at theater was Sonic, which was just as well not paid. Sonic was okay.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it, to be honest. Like it was a passable movie to me.
Man, I get it, everybody. You all want to make EVS level money. I would love for Pulp Rev to make even 10% of what he makes.
Dude, he made $1 million, like on what was it? What's the second book?
But it's just not going to happen because even though you love him or hate him, he had the previous social clout for being in his profession for over a decade.
That's exactly it.
Kind of like with Sanderson. Sanderson's been working on his books and everything and working within the book sphere for over 15 years. He didn't pop up and make millions overnight.
Yep. Well, it's almost like he has a storied career, forgive the unintentional pun.
Yep. And that's what most of these people have to realize. If you're going to build up something, it's not going to take 2 years. It's not going to take 5 years. It's likely going to take a decade or more of working hard and just making your backlog of books, comics, or whatever.
Trying to look at things from a perspective of what do I love about this, and that's kind of what I want to start everything.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Is that Leanna Kersner?
Yep. Looks like that's the name, anyway.
I have no idea who 4 of these people are. The top 2 and the bottom 2.
Yeah. Me neither.
Okay, if that's the Leanna Kersner, she's a retard from the Gamergate era who was a fence-sitting piece of shit feminist
lovely.
who pretended to occasionally agree with Gamergate.
Oh, so she's one of those enlightened centrists.
No, she's not a centrist. She's a full-on leftist, but she pretended not to be.
Ooh, lovely. So many of those, like just some pedo.
She's another... Yeah, exactly. She's a pants-shitting retard, just like the rest of them.
Somebody at Java and let him know that we're on.
He
requested this.
But what sucks about all this is these are the type of people that are keeping the corpse of DC Comics moving. And it's just like, really, the Dead 2 comics aren't worth it anymore, people. If you want some old runs that actually had some stories, buy them second and third hand. Pirate them, even.
For this week, I'm gonna start with recommendations from Jared from Comics League. We've been trying to get scheduled together for quite some time. We finally were able to get you on. I'm so glad. And he also has a channel. It is linked in the description, so you guys can check it out. And let me make sure it's linked in the description. Now that I say that, I don't remember. It is not. I will get it while Jared is giving his recommendation.
Or just unplug it.
Anything. Comics, movies, TV. What are you enjoying right now?
Oh boy,
Should we play everybody at like 1.5 speed? I wonder.
Did she just come from the dentist? She sounds like she's drooling on herself.
She always sounds like that.
Oh, fuck me. She normally sounds like this? Oh.
They can take my sponsors, but they can't take me wee. Hassan Piker took that. Ethan Klein, okay?
But in terms of comics, I'm currently working through the omnibus for Grant Morrison's Jail.
Apparently, Nerdette's Newsstand just left a message. John wants kids uneducated so they can be groomed. Have you let just some guy fuck your wife yet?
What?
Yeah, it's over in the Holy Legion Discord. Bats just linked it. Huh.
How the fuck does that have anything to do with...
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Pop cult. You're married to the hip to the death cult. Have fun with that. Don't buy from people who hate you.
Yeah, dude. Like,
because believe me, most of DC Comics hates everybody who's white and male for sure. They tolerate white females like Nerdette's Newsstand because she's a useful cat's paw to spread the gospel of the clay age.
So this is a YouTube comment or a chat.
Well, it's in the chat for that. Apparently, JDA said like hello, hashtag Comicsgate, and Nerdette's Newsstand went off on that.
Oh my god!
It's kind of like when people went off of whenever people mentioned Trump way back when in 2016, it caused a trigger avalanche.
Direct.
Oh, we got another one. Some legends claim. Oh no! Paul Dildo was forged to contain the ball of Liam within its pommel. The blade. I'm trying to remain composed here. The blade may have been smithed from the same materials as Ethan's Froggo and Bancroft's dick.
Yeah, what the hell? That's a good.
Yeah,
point.
welcome to Nerdette Newsstand. I'm glad this is a food titled stream because the gas station chili cheese dogs I ate last night are killing me.
Sorry.
Good times.
I'm planning on having chili dogs today.
I'm planning on making
currently slow cooking chicken like noodle soup with potatoes and carrots and all that stuff added. It's in
nice.
like yay crock pot cooking. Woo! Don't eat processed stuff. Don't eat it. No.
The only thing I have of Grant Morrison that I can actually understand because the dude writes like War and Peace. So I'm like, we just covered Final Crisis on the channel, and I still don't know what the hell I just read.
Oh my!
In terms of TV, I will say
DC's
Halo is not that.
chronological order is really retarded. I wouldn't recommend it. Just find an era you like and just go with that particular era.
That bad. The recent episode 5 was pretty much the game.
Audio is glitchy for me right now.
Yeah,
Is it just me?
I think it's just you. I just asked my chat on my end. I asked them if it's glitchy, and they said no. So it might take a second. Sometimes Restream does that. Just take a second to get a catch up.
All right, what I'll do is, Liana, give us what you are enjoying right now. You guys all know Liana. Again, I'll fix the description. I swear to God, I'm usually better. But while Liana says her goodies, I'm gonna go out and come back in. That usually fixes my audio. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I'll be right back.
Her mic is rebelling against having to have her voice go through it.
I
mean, I would too if I were her microphone. Holy shit.
All right, Moon Knight. And I can't talk about it much. Can't talk about it much because other people aren't caught up. But I freaking love Doom Patrol, and Doom Patrol makes sense to me, which is also probably why I love Moon Knight. You're sensing a pattern in the
fuck Marvel.
One, Doom Patrol as a concept is shit. Like the OG Doom Patrol comics are fucking terrible, and so is everything that they spawned. So you have.
I think I watched the first episode of the show, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
And
no, I don't care. I'm out.
Of course, she likes a fucking trashy take on Moon Knight being a mentally ill faggot vigilante instead of what he originally was, which was a super spy who had multiple identities that he moved between.
Wait, in other news, get Spy Times Family. That's actually wholesome.
Yep.
Manga just keeps kicking our ass in the comic arena. Taking up the ass Western comics. You all fucking suck in the clay age.
Dear Diary, I found a new way to stop people from making me refund their money. For every refund I have to give back, a puppy dies. Yeah, that should stop these people. Liam.
Oh, it continues. Dillard's mythology described Pegger using Poldildo to behead the Sarcean commander Dean, as well as the knight and his comrade, Random Peg Knight 4. Fantastic.
But yeah, before we came on, Jared and I were comparing backgrounds. That's why I'm on camera, because I didn't want him to be alone with like cluttered nerd background.
It's been that way before.
Yeah, we were like comparing like who's got what. But yeah,
I honestly
Moon Knight is
like 10 years ago. I wouldn't think that I would hate comics this much, like comics put out by the mainstream. But it's gotten to the point where it's like a lancet boil, and every time I just, oh God, yeah. That's the reason why I hardly talk about the mainstream, because otherwise I will go into a wrath spiral continuously.
Yeah, Amit, I have actually not read any comics since from Marvel or DC or Image or any of these other mainstream companies since Civil War 1 pissed me the fuck off. I basically bailed at that point.
Honestly, I dropped it. I dropped any DC offerings when New 52 hit, because I'm like, wait, Superman in faggoty jeans and a t-shirt marching with Black Lives Matter? Fuck that shit. And then the only thing that brought me back for a little bit was the Rebirth stuff, and then I dropped it like a hot tomato again. It's like, nope, it's just splashing all over the place. It's ugly.
The only New 52 shit I liked, and it's only from a conceptual standpoint, was the Flash New 52. I didn't like any of the other New 52 stuff.
Plus, they made Lois distrust Superman. It's like you basically subverted the most iconic relationship in comics because you wanted Superman to fuck Wonder Woman. Seriously?
Yeah, that annoyed me too. That's why I largely skipped New 52 Superman.
Yeah. Fuck that lobotomized New 52 run. In fact, if I could go to my local Ollie's and just burn all those books, I would gladly do so, because I hate them that much. And I'm honest in my hatred.
Great European Viking comic Thorgal. Look it up ASAP. All right, I'll have to check it out.
Dear
Yeah,
diary.
that's actually worth it. It really is.
Murder, 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 murder all the aviation creatures. What?
Everything that flies, murder, death,
Okay.
kill.
Okay.
I imagine that's supposed to be avian creatures then.
Oh, avian. Okay. Oh,
but still, the other way makes
those
sense
fucking
too.
parrots. You mean that?
Anything that
Yes.
flies, mechanical
and
or
the
otherwise.
pigeon, the pigeon.
Poor Gus the gutter bird.
Yeah. He shall have his revenge.
He's
So-
dead and gone, but in the comics he will live on forever after having saved the puppies from Liam.
So good. It's I don't know. It's not
Arrakis.
bonkers, though. I think it's really well constructed, but I
Oh,
can't,
it is. No, but I
Yeah.
love this episode. It was so
Yeah.
good. So
but
good.
I can't talk about all the little details because so many people aren't caught up in it. Normally, I'm not.
No,
big
spoil
on
the
something
shit out of
very visual
everyone.
like that.
Clay Age comics suck. Spoil everyone. It's not worth buying. It's not. Most of them aren't even worth pirating. Heck, even the anger merchants hardly pirate them anymore to take a look at it. It's that
Yeah, dude.
bad.
I never felt the need to anger merchant, to be honest. Like, that shit is so boring to me. I just don't.
I got burnt out when they weren't offering alternatives. It's like, okay, I get it. You hate this, then maybe contain it's about 25% ranting and then 75% promotion of stuff you might like. But unfortunately, the super chats are more towards what are everybody spurging out about this time? Oh, it's another Kamala Lama like Marvel special pet project, and then Captain Cunt. Really? Who cares? One has a flat ass and no chest, and the other one is a fucking muzzy. Who cares?
Another excellent
Ragnarok
Viking
by
mythology
Walt
comic.
Simonson.
I'll have to check that out too. One of my favorite, and it's terrible for the record, but one of my favorite manhwa, which is basically Korean manga, Korean comics, whatever you want to call them.
The
It's
real
called
stuff,
Ragnarok.
not the fake shit.
Yeah, not the fake shit that Liam made the fuck up. It's actually it's a fun read, but it's not particularly well written. Is also called Ragnarok. The
Okay.
sword. Only one photograph of the original Paul Dildo is known to exist. The blade is wavy, 42 inches, 110 centimeters in length, and made of what is believed to have been imported plastic. The sword has a silver hilt, 8 inches, 20 centimeters, and was possibly crafted in Australia or China, though some believe the craftsmanship too complex to have originated in colonial Peggersville.
Found a pirated version of the silver edition of Xenotype. Made my tablet hang itself for reviews.
Spoilerable, but this one definitely is spoilerable. I want people to go in cold and be like, all right. And Tristan's still not back yet, so Seb, you do yours.
What was the question?
What do you like?
Yes. Yes. It's what's his name? Luke Radowski of We Are Change is actually saying that it's more or less a foregone conclusion at this point.
Awesome.
Well, I haven't caught up on Halo or Moon Knight, but I do like what I'm seeing so far. I think as far
Both
as
of them are
fans-
garbage.
as-
I haven't
shut up.
seen
As far
either of
as
them,
fans-
but I have heard so many people.
She likes what she's seen so far, which tells me that she is a fan of neither of the properties that spawn these shitty shows.
She's the primary audience that a lot of the skin suits are going after, but there's not enough of her out there to support these products.
No, there isn't.
Which is the reason why these corporations have to farm out their old backlog of stuff to keep the zombie train going. So
Get going, just signed it on. Very nice. Glad to see that. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Jabba.
I mean, it's the pop cult. Of course, it's going to get retarded.
For Halo, like I get the criticism, but I think fans are being way too harsh.
No, they aren't. It's a
No.
travesty to Halo.
Holy shit.
And I'm a basic bitch when it comes to Halo lore, and even I know the Halo show is a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I say this as someone who played Halo. I'm the retard who played Halo on, I think the difficulty was called Legendary, with the butt of the shotgun, essentially. I went around whiffing things in the head to death because it was funny as hell. Like, I'm that retard.
Aside from, I mean, just like
They
generally
basically
torping-
made Master Chief into a sad sack. I'm a default retard male, and I gotta prop up the little Asian faggot in front of me. Man, that's why ER's stream of it, like a little 20-minute video, got taken down on YouTube.
Yeah, they said it publicly, Jabba. They said that they didn't that they looked at the games briefly, but they didn't bother to like consume them in any capacity. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with it. Besides having, I think I listened to a few of the audiobooks, but that's.
At
I've never
least the
played the
people who do like some of the extended Halo universe stuff try to at least incorporate things from the games. It doesn't always work. There's different
Hey,
levels,
Wiggle.
kind of like the old Star Wars EU shit. Oof.
Liam Gray, German, Adolf Hitler. 20th of April 1983 to 30th of April 1945. Was an Australian-born Irish politician who was the dictator of Germany from 1933 until his death.
Australian.
Likely never.
Australian, not Austrian.
Australian. Oh. It is extremely dark, but I think this is what Liam meant by everyone is an emo poser except him. Liam isn't a poser, he is the real emo. Yes, he probably is. Yes.
But
not canon. That's why I'm enjoying it, because like either way, it's not canon. But yeah, I really am liking Halo. Yeah, I see your finger up.
The one point of Halo that really angers me is how many times he takes
the wrong finger
off his freaking helmet. I'm
See,
like, keep that thing on, dude.
Pulp cult retards. They are skinning your IPs, and you're like, we're gonna gobble up all the trough, and we're gonna be happy for all the little pieces of scraps we get. Oh, thank you, mainstream media.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Amit.
Yeah. I'm okay with them having the flood kill everyone.
It doesn't bother me anymore. It originally, it was a little weird at first. I was like, okay, is he gonna have it on the whole show, or is he gonna put it back on? But I think I've just grown on it, and it actually, to me personally,
wears it. He
but my thing,
She is growing on it.
That and the stupid little Asian faggot character that's in there, it's like for the diversity points, has the most retarded storyline ever. It's like you didn't do anything to try to save your dad, like nothing, and yet you're gonna probably rant at Master Chief about, oh, your mama got killed by Master Chief. It's like, oh shit. They don't understand Master Chief at all. And again, I only know the basics from like Halo 1 through 4 essentially, and like ODST.
They can't do that though, Jabba. Look at what they're doing to the Wheel of Time. They literally turned Avienda, a fucking ginger, into yet another ginger. What's it, ginger side or whatever the meme is?
Oh yeah, it's where they take all the gingers and change them to black people for whatever reason, from one soulless thing to another. Ha! Oh, and yes, if you can't tell, sarcasm. But still, they have such bigotry of low expectations that they have to take established white characters to be like, oh, we gotta put the blackies on that. Because they can't support themselves otherwise. It's like, wow.
She's half black, so probably menthol Newports.
Well, yeah, it's like Eric July says. It's like they see the white characters as being the only legitimate characters, so they have to change them to be black.
Yep, and there goes the bigotry of low expectations in race swapping everybody. Meanwhile, there's plenty of indie creators out there that are making worthwhile black characters where their whole shtick isn't about being black, but rather just a realized character. Funny how that works.
Yeah, I didn't play any of the 343 games because I wasn't interested, Wiggle. I stopped when Bungie stopped making them.
Yeah, the 343 ones aren't worth it. Nope.
He takes it off and puts it back on. He takes it off. He puts it back on.
Right, but hold on.
Within 5 minutes.
But here's the thing, right? The thing with Halo and Master Chief, the reason why he never took his helmet off is because we are playing Master Chief. We are supposed to feel like we are Master Chief. So that was the whole point. In the game, that makes sense. But in a show, I think it's nice that
in the show they could have had him keep his helmet on and then cut away if he takes it off. You could still do the same thing in a show.
Isn't Master Chief supposed to be like a kid, basically?
Well, he was a child
like
soldier that got
mutated
like
or
gene
some shit,
therapies to help fight against the Covenant.
But he's not supposed to look like an ordinary dude.
No, he doesn't look like a normal person.
No, like the baseline Spartan is much taller than an average human.
Yes, exactly, John Castle. We want regular bigotry, damn it.
Yeah, the Spartans are, to use an allegory for people in chat, they're essentially Space Marines from Warhammer 40K.
But they're not as like genetically warped as the Space Marines.
Yeah, probably not.
Of Master Chief. That's why I don't mind it, because like we're seeing Master Chief as a person, and we're not playing him or watching him.
What, you didn't see him as a character or person when you're playing the game? Like, what the fuck?
See, this is... Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Rip off Space Marine. Yeah. Are you watching this? Jabba asked for it, so be mad at him.
Yes, Jabba wanted us to cover this.
Yeah,
blame Jabba.
But it's so much pop cult that I'm getting sick to my stomach. Like, I fucking hate the pop cult. Stuff like Babylon 5 wouldn't be able to be made today because Straczynski's gone off the Straczynski's gone off the deep end. I am so glad that the CW thing was derailed because CW is having problems.
Oh, that fell through?
Well, it's delayed right now because they're having financial issues or going to be bought out by somebody else. Anything that delays that skin suit of not 5 is a blessing in my eyes.
Yes, the problem though, Jabba, these fucking useless faggots who pretend to be into nerd shit, they don't understand the concept of delayed gratification.
They want their representation now. They want their good feelings now. Like, God.
Everything affects Liam, Mr. Yonathu.
Yeah, somehow.
I'm like, I don't mind him taking off his helmet anymore because we're meeting Master Chief as a person. We're not playing him as a character. So that's why I think I'm enjoying it.
You're most assuredly not meeting him as a person.
Oh my God.
That thing is not Master Chief. He had sad sack face, and he's like, "I'm sorry for being white." Smack. "I'm sorry for being a male." Smack. "I'm sorry for being white." You know, ad infinitum.
Is saggy transitioning? Probably.
Dozen food production plants have been burned out. Yeah, that's an interesting coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God.
Oh no! In the early Liam Evil period, any well-equipped horseman could be described as a knight or peg boy in Latin. The first peg knights appeared during the reign of Prissy Pressy in the 8th century. As the Liam-Lingian age progressed, the peggers were generally on the attack, and large numbers of warriors took to their horses to ride with the peg bearer in his wide-ranging campaigns of conquest. At about this time, the pegger increasingly remained on horseback to fight on the battlefield as a true cavalry rather than mounted infantry, with the discovery of the saddle dildo.
God. Line went ticket. 6 never came back. Yeah.
I'm excited to see Hyperion Cantos being turned into a show. I don't know what Hyperion Cantos is.
Oh my. Dear Diary, I think I want to bring Saggy Melons into my cult and make her into another sister wife. I love diversity in my sister wives.
Is that what Liam calls his 0.89 centimeter penis? Diversity.
caught up because I had a work training, so I was in North Carolina for a week, so I didn't get to actually have time.
Slacker.
Catch up ASAP. This last episode
Listen,
was
I
really
got a
good.
job.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I don't make new YouTube monies yet. I gotta work a regular job, so I had training. So what I saw so far of Moon Knight, though, I am liking it. I'm not very familiar with the character Moon Knight, but trust me, after the first few episodes I did manage to catch, I am liking what I see. And I think it's just a really good Marvel show. I'm liking it a lot more than the other Marvel shows I've seen so far.
Yes, you take the scraps of the mainstream and eat them and enjoy it because you don't know any better.
Constructed.
I mean, it's the
I
reason
went
why I
out
read the
and it
pulps.
wouldn't-
They stole so much from the pulps in order to make Superman and Batman a possibility. So that's why I'm going backwards. Regress harder, people.
Yes, Soggy Weave, indeed. I mean, she is a German Shepherd. She probably does rock a weave.
Now let me come back in. I'm like,
need
what's
our weaves, yo.
And then I realized there was a giant button in front of me that said "Enter Studio."
We've all been there.
Okay.
Did she have a stroke?
It happens.
Staggy, did you get to say what you were enjoying?
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yes,
said
that
my,
is
Okay.
good.
what I'm enjoying.
What about you, RJ? RJ, okay. First off, I want to say, while we're talking about this stuff, RJ also has a channel. Everybody here does, except for Raymond. Sorry, Raymond.
I'm the odd man out.
But yes, I will get them all in the description so you guys can check everybody
Yeah,
out. But what
stop
about you,
ratings
RJ?
indeed,
What are you
Ruckus.
enjoying?
Yeah, no, thank you for inviting me, Tristan. I know it was last minute, but thank you very much. Always enjoy chatting with you and everyone here when I can. For me, kind of pivoting to the world of gaming, I actually am, I was just actually before the stream when you sent that email, I was playing Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Yes!
Which is so
That's
good.
awesome.
It's so
Yes!
good.
Pop cult! Nothing but pop cult!
Yeah, I have not. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm willing to bet it is not good.
It's the prequel trilogy. I played episode 4 up until the stream, and I started episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And it's such a blast. It's such a good game.
Future live stream from title from Ray. My son was arrested for holding up a liquor store. Yes, probably.
Game so well constructed. Lego games are always so much fun, but this one really took it to another level for me. So that's what I'm really enjoying right now.
That's awesome. I like. I like the.
Even they can't pretend that that's awesome.
That's
You don't understand.
That fucking
Okay,
voice, though,
this
man.
is how I know most of the pop cult is dead anyway. We can't sell Force Awakens figurines out of the store to save our asses. They've been there for years.
Yep. Yeah, I just can't get over Nerdette's voice, though. Like, did she have a stroke as a child? What the fuck causes that shit? Is it a speech impediment? A lisp?
Don't know. I would have assumed severe smoking or gargled with
sounds-
razor blades or.
No, it legitimately sounds like she's drooling on herself. Like, I'm not trying to be insulting here.
Bring Ray right now.
Oh God, absolutely not. I don't.
Yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand how
There was just
keynote
awkward
and perfect
silence,
these
so I
Lego
made a
Star Wars
noise.
games
Don't
are.
listen.
I would
Don't
took
come
a
for
drink
me.
at the exact wrong time.
Hey,
Just the
don't come
exact
for
wrong
me.
time.
Don't come for me, okay, sir?
What about you, Raymond?
Oh my God.
The protagonist of Liam Gray's novel Xenotype, Random Protag 1, is said to be based specifically on Sir Preston, of Sir Preston and the Ethan Knight. Both characters share a number of aspects and traits. Both are rooted in myths of the past no longer exists, and and both live by codes of conduct from a stupid era. Oh no. Her voice is usually even more annoying. How the fuck does she manage that? It's more annoying normally, Roshi? Holy shit.
I don't
Oh.
watch. I don't watch Nerdette's newsstand at
I don't
all.
watch any
Especially
of
once
these
you started praising all the retardation that happened after Rebirth got KO'd into the dirt.
Both characters share a number of aspects and
Hey,
traits.
yeah, you already read that.
Oh.
But I was just going to say that Hey Stupid was very good from Alice Cooper. There's a massively tall tree and a scissor lift at my job, and watching Ray makes me want to borrow the lift. Tie short rope around one of the tree branches and jump.
The problem is that too many men have already. Yeah.
Ooh.
You broke it. Thank you.
Okay.
Raymond, what are you
One
enjoying
was
this
too
week?
many, to be entirely
I
honest.
just finished for the first time in like over a year. I've watched an anime.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
It was a new season, or at least some new episodes came out for a very old anime that came out in 2011 called Tiger and Bunny.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Netflix came out with 13 new episodes.
They did.
I love it to
And
death.
of course, it's some sort of Netflix tie-in.
I fucking love that show. It's one of the best superhero animes I've ever watched in my life.
It's an
Is
underrated
it about
show,
a tiger
too.
and a bunny?
No, it's about two guys. Well, one guy goes by the superhero moniker of Wild Tiger, and the other one is Barnaby, who Tiger calls Bunny.
Awesome.
Sounds gay.
I've never heard of it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's on
Netflix
Netflix. You want to watch
trying
it.
to push it on me, and I
Animes that
refused to
kind of
watch
came
it
out
because it
and
looked
would slip
gay.
under the radar, but like I agree with Raymond. It's actually really good. The first season was really good. I haven't dived into the second one, but yes, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who knows Tiger and Bunny.
There is also a movie called The Rising as well.
Yes,
which takes place between
I don't
seasons 1 and
watch
2.
Netflix, so
Tiger and Bunny's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm glad I
Speaking of
don't
anime
have
real quick, there was
any
a new
idea
anime I
what
watched
any of
too
this
called,
shit is.
Fewer and fewer people do, apparently.
Spy Family or Spy X Family. So good. It's so good. I love the manga. I read that a couple years ago.
Wow, they finally offer something decent, but
really
yes.
good stuff, buddy. It's action packed. It's heartwarming. Check it out if you got Crunchyroll. It's on Crunchyroll. So
No,
That's
don't
awesome.
watch anime.
I've never
Fuck.
heard of any
No.
of it, but then again, I'm
Do
not.
not watch anything put out by Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing. Pulp Cult will support the scraps, and that will fund the bullshit, like the High Guardian Spices of the world.
Yep.
So sail the high seas to look at some anime if you have to, or wait until the official releases.
It's not gay. It's not bad. It's okay. Ringing endorsement there. It's okay. Serving. Had to tip for car checking.
I am not cultured in the anime verse. I just go to Bianca. I'm like, hey, I heard this was good. Is this good? And she's like, nah, you won't like it or you will. And that's kind of the end of it. But this week I'm really enjoying I've been like, as far as comics go, right now, Catwoman is killing it for me. I absolutely love it is Teenie Howard. And initially when Teenie was announced, I was like, okay, I like some of her hack and slash stuff. Okay, I'm okay with this. Like, we'll see how it goes. Coming after Ram V is a hard pill to swallow. But it's been fantastic. And the art is by Nico Leone. And the way that they do the lighting, and it is so... It's one of the best ongoing, and I'm going to venture to say I'm enjoying it more than I did Ram V's run, which is really weird, but it's also very female-centric. Again, going to like the
Okay,
Wonder Woman
as a woman, I'm going to say too
aspect
much
of
of our
it.
shit out there is female-centric, okay? Too much of our shit is engaged towards the female mind, and we need variety.
Hi there. This is Gone Wanted Pest Control. I'm just following up after a couple of days. Have you guys had any more rat problems?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. So you haven't seen any rat droppings. One was wearing a white hat. It had some letters over top of it. If you see that one, let me know immediately. We've been trying to catch that son of a bitch for about 3 months now. Oh man, he shits all over the place. But yeah, just let me know if you see that rat. It's kind of weird too. He's got a goatee, but yeah, just let me know if you guys see that one. All right. Yeah, thanks, guys. All right. You just call us at 1-800 Testy Pets. Testy Pets. Thank you.
Oh no.
What did I be retarded about again? You'll have to ask Jabba. Don't know. I haven't got there yet.
No, I mostly just ticked off at the shilling that Nerdette's newsstand does all the time. The clay age is a piece of shit age in comic book land, and everything made off of it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's why I don't pay attention to the Clay shit. I just generally avoid it. Like Civil War was,
and I'm pretty blunt though too. It's like do not engage with pulp cult crap. They will keep feeding you scraps until you're fat and happy, and then they'll be like locusts on another IP. It's really fucking annoying.
Einbrecht?
Oh no. East Grafton Bylina Epic Poetry features Liam Tarrant's knights errant who served as protectors of their YouTube channels and occasionally as Twitter spurgs. Some of them are presumed to be historical figures, while others are fictional and possibly descended from Australian mythology. Most tales about Liam Tarts revolve around the court of Liam.
Oh, God. But yeah, no, far too much stuff is female centric. It's why I can't escape those fucking erotica floating ab books. I want to nuke those from fucking orbit. I want to nuke love triangle crap from orbit. I want to nuke most soap opera aspects from orbit because it's so fucking prevalent, you can't fucking escape it.
People hate me, but can't stop watching me. No, you don't have to watch. Don't hate you. Jabba requested this EFAP, so yeah. Say anything retarded spoke the truth about how dumb doxing is. Don't support doxing. I don't know. I don't know what. Again, gotta ask Jabba. We haven't got there yet, so I don't know.
No, I'm still ranting about all the mainstream shit. This is where my wrath comes out because I fucking hate all the mainstream shit because they have bigotry of low expectations. Oh, the Blackie characters can't promote themselves on their own. Let's steal the white guy's mantle. Woohoo! Fucking morons.
Well, they do the same shit with chicks too. They make fucking.
Oh yeah, it's like we gotta prop up Supergirl on the CW. Let's emasculate Superman and cut off his dick. And then put it on Supergirl.
It's literally what the stream was about. Oh, what is it called? I don't even remember.
That's another thing with all these shows. It's like they don't have men and women as a team anymore. Like, no, they have to basically bury one or the other to prop up the other person. And it's usually putting a cap in the guy to make the woman like, oh, I'm super special. I can do everything. I don't need no man. It's like, how about some basic fucking teamwork, you pieces of shit?
Title was Libs of TikTok, Elon Musk, Death of the Justice League, and more. Okay.
Can we switch Jabba for Testify HD? I mean, you can certainly try, but I don't think hell's going to give away their greatest torturer.
Talk to Wilford if you can find him. I haven't seen him in a while. But it's been invoked, so. It's about the libs of TikTok. Oh, you mean where they where the people were bitching and about
I still wish I could invert everything. You know, instead of people talking about the Dead 2, that Indies would get a lot more attention. Like flip side that shit.
No, he didn't. Oh.
Jabba's always trolling. That's what Jabba does.
Dear Diary, I mowed the lawn this morning. I found the old groundhog hole I used before the wife. Oh, God. That was the good old days before she gave me a daughter. I hate it so much, Lee.
Yeah. Like I said, that's what Jabba does. Testify would love the spurgs and backstabs again. Oh, no, we got more.
Okay. Read it.
Yeah, the Leomantic hero is Leomantic hero is a literary archetype referring to a character that rejects established norms and conventions and has been rejected by society and has themselves at the center of their own existence. The romantic hero is often the protagonist in a literary work, and the primary focus on the character's thoughts rather than their actions. God,
well, that explains most of modern media and why I'm bored by it.
It pretty much does.
Okay, thought I was in trouble again, Joey. Fuck you, job for not giving context.
No, if I had the power to just snap my fingers and have people ignore the clay age of comics and actually support indies, in fact,
oh my God,
I'll put my money where my mouth is and link some indie websites now. Yes.
I just said to EFAP that. Well, we are. It's a black magic trade Ray for testify.
Don't you mean voodoo magic?
Ask Anthony about that. I don't know.
The German is here. Does Helmet like barbecue? Helmet loves barbecue. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
No, I'll have to keep myself muted so I don't rant at it every 5 seconds when people are talking about mainstream bullshit.
Yes.
What is that word?
Oh, Parapassus Press. They basically cover a lot of indie books: sword and sorcery, fantasy, sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
I was making sure it wasn't that medical condition that gives you an everlasting hard-on.
Good luck with training. But it can be irritating. Also, yes, testify is DED, unfortunately.
Okay, we've cleared out a significant amount of the audience now.
Yes. I was making that a darker joke. Oh, you're referring to the Jewish barbecue. I see. PPV together. I mean, that could be fun, in all fairness. AEW is not always terrible.
It's an SJW company. I don't
No, but
like
they
it.
occasionally have attractive females, so it is what it is.
Yeah, they have a female ref who looks like Piper.
Oh, God, that's
hideous.
That's terrifying.
I just love it. It's so good. Also, The Flash, fantastic book. Another book, they brought in Wallace this week.
Yes, according to the law of equal exchange, we would have to sacrifice something equal to testify to get him back, and there's nothing equal to testify. I mean, we could sacrifice, I don't know, like Elon Musk after he saves Twitter. Wear the shoes.
God, Tristan is just one of those mindless pop cult drones that will eat everything DC throws her way. It doesn't matter if it's like a week-long old steak that's rotting in the sun.
I can't really understand it myself because I don't have any interest in. I don't even like shit that panders to me. I just want people to tell interesting stories.
God damn.
You know? A bad character is a stereotypical fictional person or type of person in a work of art such as a novel, play, or film whom audiences recognize from frequent recurrences in a particular literary tradition. See Ethan Ralph. That's true. Their combined mass might actually be enough to perhaps be an equivalent trade.
So, like, The Flash has been very, like, wholesome, good to me. Like, something you could read with a kid and have no issue with it. And they bring in Flash, and it's kind of just another one of those Flash and Wally wholesome moments.
DC hasn't made anything for kids in years.
Really, really good. And then, weirdly enough, the Earth Prime book, and I'm going to talk about this all on Tuesday, but the Earth Prime book from the CW had a super come out this week.
He's invoking the CW. No, CW shit. CW shit. CW shit. It's complete shit.
Yeah, CW Arrow season 1 was okay. I wouldn't call it good, but it was okay. And then it just got worse from there.
All of its shows linger far too long, like Supernatural. Supernatural should have basically probably been shit canned around season 6.
Supernatural should have ended with the conclusion of the Leviathan arc, whatever season that was.
Hey, Fiona, is CW shit?
Yes.
Fiona Wolf, go punch your bag. Bleed off that.
I need to. My wrath tendencies are over 5% right now.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude, I know how that goes. Also, Helmet, if you've been talking, your mic is maybe muted.
Can you hear me?
He's not muted at the moment.
Yeah, I was silent. Sorry.
Oh, you were just being quiet. Okay, that's all good. I thought you might have been talking there, and it's just.
I'm still exhausted from trolling Cider this morning. That was awesome.
Oh, hi there. Gone want a pest control again. If you could just share my screen here. Hang on for a second. We have to put this up on screen.
Oh God, you like Riverdale? Oh man, what are you doing?
Okay, if you could see this pink rat, we're looking for a pink rat. If you see this rat, please call us at 1-800-THD-PEST. I got the number wrong. It is not Testy Pets. I was reprimanded for that. I am so sorry. But yes, if you call 1-800-THD-PEST and you see a pink rat, let us know immediately. It makes ape sounds. It's weird. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
A pink rat that makes ape sounds. That sounds suspicious.
Yes.
You can make a couple good shows on the CW, a couple. But you can make this badass comic book? Come on, where are these writers? Put them in the writer's room. It's so good and it's so sweet. So, yes.
Nepotism is all that's in writers' rooms.
Yes.
Nepotism.
Razor Fist has played that.
That's exactly it, Samuel Oakley. The guy that played Deathstroke was fantastic. He was basically the only good part of that show, in my opinion.
He was that white orc in The Hobbit.
I didn't watch The Hobbit.
At this point, everybody, I would just suggest keep regressing harder on shows and everything else. Everything after 2010, view it very, very dubiously. Because it's likely a skin suit.
Fiona, calm down. I was told recently that telling a woman to calm down and explaining where they are messing up and they will be receptive to it. A dude definitely told you that. A dude that gets slapped a lot told you that. I actually didn't.
I have a high tolerance for crap, so I was willing to watch a lot of that CW shit.
The only way I could watch any kind of crap like that is if I look at it like the Mystery Science Theater 3000 stuff. Like somebody's got to be making fun of that boring ass shit for me to even take a look at it.
I honestly enjoyed Arrow season 1 and 2, but like I wouldn't call them good. Like, because I enjoy lots of stuff that is bad. I enjoy lots of stuff that is just objectively bad. Like Ragnarok. It's a terrible manga, but it's fun to read.
Actually, it was a pretty damn good week this week. Not gonna lie, when it comes to books, it was really good. So that is I don't know anyone's opinion before we go into any of this. And we're going to talk about a couple different situations, but I want to start off with one that's a little, at least in my opinion.
Yes, and most shows should not cater to teenage girls or anything girly.
Liana, what do you think about this?
We have like 95% of the shows out there that cater towards estrogen. Fucking stop it.
Twitter.
Veronica
I'm just
is
watching
hot.
the whole
That's
thing
why
and
he
laughing. It's like a corporate kaiju fight. I don't care who wins at this point, because I mean, let's face it, he's going to get in there,
Yeah, I still
and
haven't seen
if
that.
he does, and discover the realities of running a modern social media company, and he'll either dump out and sell right away, or set the
where
place
does
on
that
fire
happen?
and then sell.
Okay, because I can't stand the pop culture. I really can't stand
the
it.
Scrambling. I love to see.
They didn't say it would be
I
a
guess
positive
because
reception.
social media has just become
When does the fight begin?
so
Yes, good question.
dysfunctional.
When, Jabba?
Whenever it's a
Give me
whole
a
bunch of
timestamp.
rich people fighting and they actually seem to be scared
I mean, not a
about
literal
something,
timestamp. Just tell me.
I enjoy it. It's so interesting. It's
An
more
hour in?
entertaining
Around
for
an
me than when
hour
there
in.
was a similar hostile.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But the
you have no room to talk. You
IRC
on Tucker Carlson, correct?
Not that I know of.
Ew. And they like dox the location of the hotel I was staying at. I'm like,
oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, they did it literally the day before I was leaving anyway, so I wasn't gonna be there. Maybe if they did the day of, I would have been a little concerned. But I'm like,
well, doxing in general just pisses me off anyway. I mean, like I had a
Right.
situation where someone was trying to like
tea
dox
on my
my
balls
real
in
life
the voice
first name in a YouTube chat because they wanted to intimidate me. It's like that shit's just annoying and pathetic. Like I'm very much against.
Yes, exactly.
Banning is the solution to all problems. No channel or Indiegogo. No problem. Liam Gray.
Yep.
God, this just makes me want to hit myself with a Louisville Slugger repeatedly. Yeah, I mean...
But that's the real reason why I will fucking hate Liam Gray type people forever, because
Around
they're
1:18.
such cowards.
I assume that's an hour and 18 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's likely what she meant, because she said it was around the hour mark.
Yeah, but the Liam Grays of the world are such cowards that they have to deplatform people because they don't like somebody's opinion. Like, I absolutely hate Nerdettes Nerdstand's like whole shtick, but I'm not going to go out there and report her channel because she covers nothing but DC dead comics, pop cult crap. I'm just going to basically, unless
it
it's
wasn't
in
even
front of my
marriage equality,
face,
it was just gay
ignore
rights, right? And we had issues where parents.
Context before you EFAP it. Okay? Give us the context. Topic was about the Don't Say Gay bill. Okay? Except
you mean Florida's very
Yeah.
reasonable bill to not teach kids about
it doesn't
sex?
say anything about I mean, the bill doesn't say gay. It doesn't say don't say gay either. It's like hearing people talk that know nothing about stocks talking about small caps. Yeah, I have no idea what. I don't know what you're talking about there, Ruckus.
I don't know shit about stocks, so I can't comment on that one.
Small
Ruckus.
caps is a font, as far as I'm concerned.
Side note: Africa by Toto slaps.
And honestly, when I think small caps, I'm thinking the
I was
Fallout
listening to that
4
song just earlier today.
stuff.
Just give me the context, okay?
Were beating the shit out of their kids for being gay. And nobody could stop them because parental rights. The kids didn't want to go to the cops. There were limits on, because back then we had a student welfare program.
Guess what? There's plenty of people in Florida. You can look up records of arrests. In 2 counties over from me, one lady in her 20s was arrested for attempting to groom a 16-year-old girl into a lesbian relationship. Yep.
Gratitude is an illness suffered by dogs and Odie. Liam
Stalin.
So you know what? I think most parents should genuinely talk about their kids about things, not the teachers. The teachers are just there to give you the basic arithmetic, reading, writing, what have you. They're not there to talk about a kid's personal problems.
I don't believe for a second that Leanna Kersner is actually citing any real fucking sources here, because she, like every feminist on the fucking planet, makes shit up. Like, I'm gonna need to see the actual, like, police reports and shit of people beating their kids because they're gay. Because, I don't know if you know this, but children often lie about the reason they were catching a beating. Did you not know that about kids? They often lie about the reason they caught a beating. A kid will do something fucked up, and they will get their ass beat, and they will lie to their friends about why they got their ass beat.
And most parents don't even discipline their kids in public anymore. They will carry on in our store, throw stuff around, be an absolute little shit, and the parent will not, basically coach them in public.
Yeah,
Which, unlike in my day,
we seem to have changed the the definition of discipline to be like, oh no, you're beating your child. It's like
it's like
not
no.
okay.
That's the reason why my parents took us out to like little boardwalk, like public places every weekend for like an hour a day to teach us how to act in public.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
correct.
Amit.
That's correct, Mr. Ruckus. She was sort of she was on the periphery during Gamergate, pretending to be a sort of, oh, well, I'm not a full-on global homo leftist. I'm just slightly global homo leftist.
Parents had to sign a release basically saying, take my kid, province of Ontario. We don't want them in the house anymore. Until the parents signed off, the kids could not get the money to live on their own and continue to go to school. And this is my concern
If you're gonna
with
cry,
these,
I'm gonna give you a reason to cry.
anti-abuse, these protection of children laws. They're not actually protection of children laws.
Yeah, it's gone to the good old days when your parents used, a belt or my mother used a breadboard
or a switch. But it's not like I'm not like what do you call it, scarred for life. Like
you're up, Einbrecht.
Real liberty can exist only where exploitation has been confirmed, where there is only oppression of some by me, where there is no unemployment and poverty, where a man is not haunted by the fear of being tomorrow deprived of work for me, of home and of bread. Only in such a society is real and not paper, personal and every other liberty possible. Liam Stalin. Oh no. Good old Liam Stalin.
Yeah, the
Your
only
fake
time
history shit's funny, Hellish Court.
The only time that I was ever beaten beyond reason was actually by a principal at my school.
Yeah, dude.
So not my parents.
Yeah, I think the only time I was ever beaten by fucking beyond reason, it was by someone with a baseball bat that was completely unrelated to me.
Wow.
The parental rights legislation. They are giving
why
parents
even
more
teach kids
power.
about this stuff that early in school? Guess what? When senior year of my high school time, my parents had to basically do a waiver to do that one course where it's like it just teaches basic biological functions, but they waited to teach the seniors some of that stuff. We were all at least 18 or pretty close to it by the time they got around to that. But we also had to get a waiver and then they'd separate the guys in one room and the girls in the other, and then they'd go over some of the basics, but they weren't explicit.
Dear diary, I had the big ass wooden paddle as a kid, and now I can only come home if the wife hits me with a 2x4. What the hell?
Now he can only come.
Oh, I thought it said okay. But it said come home. Sorry.
No. Yeah, that's your brain trying to save you from the implication of the statement.
But the bare bones basic of this bill that they're passing in Florida is, please don't teach kindergartners about stuff they're not ready for yet. Let them learn about dinosaurs in different shapes and how to do basic arithmetic.
Yeah, everything.
Yes, but they have to lie about it and say that it's the Don't Say Gay bill because they're fucking disingenuous people. And it's, for the record, like, for those...
I didn't even learn half this stuff until I could be legally able to vote. Like, my parents didn't involve me in bigger situations until I was able to vote alongside them for basic things about, like, home ownership, where new zoning stuff was happening. Half the time I'd ask them, like, what the heck is all this stuff? But they didn't involve me in the more adult side of things until I was old enough.
To control their children. So that makes intervention with some of these bad parents more.
Oh, God.
No, it doesn't. CPS, oh my God. She fundamentally ignores that persistent abuse can be proved by organizations like CPS in Canada. And I say this as a Canadian. My mother is a former child protection worker. So, no, Liana Kersner. You're wrong.
Is she coming from a Canadian side of the house with that stuff?
She is.
Oh, God. People who cast the votes decide nothing. The people who work for me decide nothing either. But I do pay them. Sometimes.
Dude,
Told you it gets retarded.
Anytime you have a moron like Liana Kersner on, it's going to get retarded.
I'm having Geeks and Gamers flashbacks. I'm getting a headache. I'm sorry.
I think he means Gamergate.
Oh, Gamergate. Okay. I'm
sorry. Dude, I remember listening to her and being like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about during Gamergate?
Well, you know, I can be forgiven for that, surely. Geeks and Garglers has a lot of, you know, leftards working for them, don't they?
They sure do. They sure do.
More difficult. And I find it interesting that the people who are proponents of, say, the don't let kids transition bills take the argument, well, there are some bad parents that force their kids into transition, but they're not being consistent when it comes to
no. Fuck you, bitch. There is no need for consistency here. None. There is no need for consistency. The trans bullshit is not real, Liana Kersner. It's not real.
Yeah. If you take what's happening now,
it's a mental illness and should not be humored.
These people would have seen my tomboy phase as, oh, she's got to transition to being a guy. It's like,
This is why I despise these people on the left. It's because they humor all of this bullshit that is born of societal decay. Just find a... I mean, I'm going to say this every time when I find a cocksucker like this. God, I hope no man's willing to fuck her. She's disgusting. Every time I find a cocksucker like this piece of trash, I'm going to say the same thing. Find a sturdy rope. Find a sturdier tree. Do the right thing for humanity.
Maybe, guys, it's not as bad as it seems if we replace all redheads.
You know what? That's a fair argument for replacing the redheads. I can't... Yeah, I mean, Liam, this one...
The wrong redheads aren't leaving the mortal plane. Let's just put it bluntly.
Yes, exactly. That's precisely it. The fact that we are having talks about kids. Children think they can be Transformers still. They think it's possible, all right? Like, it is... They don't know what they are. To humor their insanity...
And kids are like sponges. They just... The first 10, 15 years, it's like a big old sponge. They're just soaking up everything.
Their brain's not fully developed. You cannot humor this shit in children.
And to be brutally honest, you should, if you're even thinking about transitioning, don't even try it until after you hit like 23, 24.
Do you want to know what happens when you take puberty blockers and then you try to transition? Your genitals aren't large enough for the surgery, so they have to take flesh from other parts of your body in order to create your new genitalia.
Yeah, but you know why they want people put on puberty blockers and whatnot, right?
No,
it's because if they went through puberty, then whatever confusion they have would probably be cleared up by just the natural progression.
Well, the vast majority of children who experience a modicum of body dysmorphia or gender dysphoria, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's two names for the same fucking thing. It abates by the time they go through puberty. It abates naturally.
Yeah. Oh, dear. He's reading Redemption. Dear Diary, the wife and I tried German-style pegging. I told her to shove the 2x4 up my butt as hard and as fast as she could. Got halfway in, but stopped for splinters.
Nice. Well executed, sir.
There are some parents who are abusing their children, and if we're worried about child abuse,
they reconstruct leaves balls with duct tape and gum balls.
They absolutely would. It's Australia.
Shouldn't we maintain a balance? Why are we giving
No.
bad
Why-
parents
Why are you
more
putting
control?
Why
these kinds
can't
of-
we have a balance between good and evil? Because evil is evil. We don't need any more of it.
Why do these people want to put these kinds of responsibilities on the child's soul, like shoulders, and children
Because she
cannot
likes
make
to
these
believe
kinds
she's
of
an
decisions?
intellectual. That's the problem I have with these fucking faggots. Hang yourself, Leanna Kersner. Hang yourself tomorrow, please. For the good of humanity. Please do it. And I'm not
Children
listening to
don't have enough experience to even fathom these kinds of choices.
No, it is precisely it. They don't have the experience. Their brains aren't fully developed. They're
And
not
they want
fully
them to make a
grown
choice
yet.
of where that will affect them for the rest of their life, medically and everything else.
It's just so stupid. It's absurd. It's a fucking absurdity. Being a tranny is not the same thing as being gay. Let's just stop that shit now.
Children.
No. And another one.
This is the treaty of peace between Liam ibn Abd Comics and Nasser ibn Rabadi. They have agreed to allow their typewriters to rest for 10 years. During this time, each party shall be secure, and neither shall cancel the other. No secret damage shall be inflicted, and the Peg Knights will not be summoned. But honesty and honor shall prevail between them. The Treaty of Liamius.
Look at what you've done.
Look at what you have done. Yes, you have.
Because it's not a. I'm gonna go out there, and this is probably gonna be a pretty shitty thing to say, but it's not about at the end of the day. A lot of it, it's not about children. It's about party politics. It's about my team
it
versus your
is
team
about the
instead of
children.
looking
You
at
control the children, you control the future, you control the propaganda through those children.
This is primarily the problem with non-reproductives. They understand that they're not going to reproduce, so instead they brainwash other people's children. This is why I do not like people who do. People who have no stake in society should have no say in society.
Fuck
Full
you,
stop.
Maynard Keynes.
I have to agree with this one commenter over there. There are no trans kids. How would any kid know what the F gender they are?
Yes.
And that's true. Like they aren't, kids aren't to the point where they're even thinking about that. They're thinking, my favorite color is blue. I like dinosaurs. I want to go to the park today. I want to play with my friends. Or they're like, oh, what kind of new game do I want to play? You know?
a situation and going, look, the highest rates of suicide are among the LGBT community. And with a stable adult to go to,
exactly,
whether
Helmet. Good.
The highest rates of suicide are actually after they transition, Tristan, not before.
No. Before, during, and after, actually. They have a flat 40% higher suicide rate before, during, and after.
I don't know. Something I read, probably like a decade ago now, said that it was higher after transition.
It's specifically
indicating that it is not something that they should be doing.
People miscite that statistic all the time. It's before, during, and after transition. They have a 40% higher suicide rate. And the reason they should not be transitioning is because it does not abate the symptoms.
The pain will make us stronger.
41%.
Too low.
Oh, it's 41%. Okay, my bad.
It's a school or home, those all fall. Those numbers start to fall. So if the parents are bad and they need a teacher, why isn't that there? And I love how people are saying, like, it's K through 3. No. And if you've read the bill, you'll see it says age appropriate, and they put that pretty purposefully so, in my opinion. But the situation is like,
yes, it's almost like you shouldn't be teaching sex and sexuality to children.
They don't need to know about that.
Fuck me. This point is so disingenuous. But what do you expect from a retard like Tristan, right? She literally says she's fooling on herself when she speaks.
This shit makes me glad I never decided to become a teacher. I was pondering that path at one point, but you know what? If I had become a teacher, they probably would have fired my ass. because I wouldn't be teaching people Common Core either. I'd be teaching them the way I was taught how to do math.
Yeah,
That I wouldn't be bringing any of my politics into my classroom unless it's a college level course saying, "Hey, political theory."
Yeah, I wasn't overtly fucking anti-Tristan. Or even
Oh no,
anti-Tristan
I was definitely anti-Tristan, mostly because of her stance with Clay Age Comics and the Dead 2.
Yeah.
Fuck DC Comics up the ass with a 2x4 and let its corpse burn by the wayside. I hate them that much now.
Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't against her in any capacity before this video, and now I'm just like, you know what? You go on the wall with the rest of the pedo defenders. God's message.
Pedos get the rope. Pedos get the wood chipper. I've said this repeatedly on Bird Side of Hell, and I am legitimately shocked I haven't been canned. But there's a chance of that not happening now because the shakeup.
Yes, God's messenger was not very tall, short, absolutely white, and not deep brown. His hair was neither curly nor lank, but orange. God sent him as a punishment when he was 40 years old. Afterwards, he resided in Grafteca for 10 years, in Australium for 10 years more. When God took him unto him, there was scarcely 20 white hairs in his head and beard. Ibn Rabadi.
It's also kind of the easy way out too, because some people, some parents would rather just not have the conversation whatsoever. There's like, we don't even want to talk about it. Just get.
Yeah, because some parents expect the teachers to be everything to the kid.
No. Teachers are only meant to teach your children the fundamentals. You are meant to raise that child.
And reinforce that child with whatever morality and ethics you have as a person.
Exactly. If you as a parent are not teaching your child morality, you are not teaching them about sex and sexuality once it's safe to do so, once they're old enough to understand the concept. And that is, once they've gone through puberty, let's be fucking clear here, not a second before. If you are not doing these important things for your child, you are not a parent. You are a provider, nothing more.
Yep. But that's the reason. I think even when I graduated high school, we only had 3 pregnant girls in my graduating class. I don't even know what the statistics would be nowadays.
Yes, people like my stepfather, Saggy Melons, should never have been parents because he was a pedophile. I don't need to explain what that means. It's some people... Yeah, dude. No, largely the same way. Some people should not be parents, period. And it is what it is. I don't like the idea of the state taking away people's children, but there are some people who should not have children. And it's just reality, unfortunately.
Long time no see. No fucking clue what any of that says.
Yep, neither do I. Translation. Hello, Grandpa Quaff. I'm here to disown Quaff. He has no honor. Oh, fantastic.
Get rid of it. We want to ignore it, pretend it doesn't exist. And it's the easy way out because you don't want to have those difficult conversations or think about that stuff.
Well,
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Raymond.
I keep seeing this K through 3 crap. Where are they getting that from? I haven't been keeping.
It's right there in the bill. It's right there in the bill, and even in the preamble, you can go look it up. Florida doesn't hide its legislation.
The bill's only what, 6 pages? Like it's a very quick read. The fact that he didn't bother to read this shit before talking about it tells me what kind of a moron he is. The prophet was of short height and having broad shoulders, round as a camel or chair reaching his earlobes. Once I saw him in a red cloak, and I had never seen anyone more frightening than him, al-Rabadi.
Oh my. Update.
Oh, no.
Dear Diary, I just left the hospital. The doctors were baffled at how deep the 2x4 was lodged into my rectum. Rectum. Nearly killed him. It hurt almost as much as that can of spotted dick.
Baby Hut. Oh no.
Feed me.
Oh no, Jabba reproduced live on stream. This is unfortunate.
There are illiterates everywhere. Yes.
Yes. Oh, I mean, fair point, dude, man.
Points.
Yes, right.
So
exactly.
is it in the bill or is it not in the bill?
Which
It
bill?
Yeah.
Which bill?
There's only one bill. See, this is why I despise people like Liana Kersner. Fucking hang yourself, you useless whore.
Okay, this guy, the Jedi of Chicago, is saying that it could mean anything from K to 12 because of age appropriate. It's like, no, there's the specific targeting group that the bill mentions right off the bat. So these crazy teachers don't teach little kindergartners about what your gender identity is.
Like I said many times, talking to some of my friends about this stuff, their kids don't understand any of that shit, and they shouldn't. Let them have a childhood, for Christ's sake. And I don't
Well,
say
there's
that,
clearly
like,
far the fuck too many teachers that desperately want some kind of affirmation from somebody, and so they're like, "Oh, look, I've got a classroom full of people that I can get to do that for me." I'll tell them all about my personal life and everything that I.
It's just it's a better argument for, like, you know what, homeschool your children.
Yes.
You could probably teach your children the basic stuff better than what most of the teachers can nowadays. Because have you seen how horrible Common Core math is with all the stupid little boxes?
Yeah, what the
have.
fuck is that even?
Nick Rekieta says it best: form intentional communities and fucking teach your kids yourselves. Find a specialty. Everyone in the parent group has to have a specialty, and you rotate teaching the kids.
I wouldn't even recommend colleges at all. Go to a trade school.
Exactly.
It's just, we've reached a point where we need to go back to intentional communities where the parents teach their kids themselves and in their off hours, sort of thing. Like, yeah.
So before y'all get to me yelling, for the most part, I agree with you guys. However, where I was angry was a person commenting about kids going to be assaulted if they... Wait a minute, what? About kids going to be assaulted if they allow kids to be taught about it.
It's a valid concern that you don't want kids beaten. Like, nobody... I don't think anybody wants kids to get their fucking...
Well, no. I mean...
Yeah, because kids will ostracize other kids, like especially in the middle school years.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Just on their own. Just on their own. Because I was part of the tabletop group even in middle school, and boy, were we ostracized. A kid pushed me into a locker because I liked Magic the Gathering. It's like...
I thankfully never experienced that because for some fucking peculiar reason, kids left me the fuck alone. I got lucky in that respect.
Well, in my case, it was at a 6th grade learning center in the ghetto in Tampa. Because I spent 6th grade in a learning center before we moved out to another part of Florida. And yeah, it was like, wow, this place has bars on the windows, and it only taught like kindergarten and 1st grade and 6th grade. That's it. That's all that was very weird.
No, I mean, the person commented, if you, I'll quote, if you allow them to teach kids about being gay, they're going to get raped and hire pedo teachers. That was where I lost it. Well, I mean, odds are that some of the teachers are. I mean, I don't imagine they're hiring them specifically, but,
Yeah, objectively speaking, there's unfortunately a lot of pedos out there, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do give the priesthood a lot of crap about that, but I imagine there's more grooming level teachers out there than there are grooming level priests.
Dude, look at the number of fucking female teachers who have been impregnated by male students that they were fooling around
Jabba
with.
was mostly wanting us to shit on Liana.
Yeah, fair.
Well, Lineberg's been doing that.
Liana Kersner is a retard from the Gamergate era who just tried to catapult herself into fame by pretending to agree with Gamergate's motives. Oh Oh God! You see, I was a little worried that we like fucking. It's like I don't really want to go in on Ray, but whatever.
No, my big thing is like I don't like any kind of mainstream adaptations of anything nowadays. So I automatically have hatred for any skin suits that come across my path.
Yeah, dude.
In terms of entertainment, it's like but I know what sets my wrath mode off, and that's one of them. Stupid skin suits.
Just Leona Kersner is Ray has been a good girl. Well, glad to hear that. Leona Kersner is fuck. I don't even remember what the hell she said that turned me like completely against her initially. Like I've completely forgotten it, but she's just
beating a dead horse. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dragon.
Java wanted to make Saggy sweat a little bit. Yeah, that's something. That's something Java would do. That makes sense. Liam's favorite show is Dragon Ball because it reminds him of what he would like Odie to do to him across the forehead. Yeah.
Oh lordy.
Dragon Ball. Oh, God, it's a terrible pun. I like it, but it's a terrible pun.
All right, let's see this.
Is case 3 or age appropriate?
So
That's
or
Florida.
age appropriate.
Texas is different. Kentucky is different. Alabama
Fucking
is
Tennessee
different.
I thought you were talking about Florida. I mean, what the hell?
If you're referring to the Don't Say Gay bill, Leona Kersner, you actually have to be referring to the one from Florida because that's the only one that's been referred to as the Don't Say Gay bill.
Thanks for stopping by, John.
But guess what, though? A lot of these people don't want other states to adopt Florida's stance on this stuff because that means oh no, people will care more about children and what they can be taught.
Now, Saggy, by he came, do you mean he showed up or?
Because each state has a sovereign set of rights, and they each have their own state constitutions. So they can each change things the way they see fit in most cases, but they don't want more states to adopt Florida's more based outcomes right now.
Saggy means both.
Oh God!
Then he came, then cleaned up and typed in chat. Terrible. See, I like fucked up jokes. It's just the way it is. You go pee, shithead?
Wow.
No? Okay. Sorry, dog. Forgot to mute my mic.
This is actually a Saggy intervention stream.
Yeah, don't hate you just annoy me. I'm not a coomer. I'm like your new friends. You gotta go pee after all? All right.
Oh, God.
Now I'm having flashbacks to ER's video about the Panda movie.
Oh, yes.
But I've got to admit, it closed out brilliantly with the panda trying to jump into the Twin Towers.
It's just made age and not a thing in marriage.
Yeah,
Wait, don't make age a thing in marriage? That? What are you on? What are you freaking on? Wow.
Oh my, she's not up on all the internet lingo. Oh.
Nerdette chose poor group of wording there.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I think Einbrecht is temporarily left, so we'll have to come back to that.
More than one bill. This is not a federal bill, people. There are dozens of anti-gay and trans youth bills being passed across America.
Because they don't want you grooming the kids into a lifestyle they might not even want. These people want to create more people like themselves out of attrition, not out of choice.
Oklahoma passed an utterly brutal one. So when you guys, we haven't been talking about
a brutal anti-grooming bill.
A specific bill. And you guys,
I thought you were though.
These idiots want people to basically not declare any kind of is it a boy or is it a girl, even when the kid is directly born.
Careful now. That's getting close to the ridiculous Liam accusations there.
Yeah, you could. I guess you can include me in that as well. It's just like, wow. The only way to fight female retardation is with female retardation. Thus, Florida woman was born. Whee!
All right, Fiona, you want to read this one?
The prince also left his companion, Scotsman, sitting in prayer, and walked forth into the forest. Suddenly, the eyes of Liam and the artist met. She stared back with a little scream. He was fascinated by her average beauty and began to say to himself, "Oh, thou woman, why worriest thou me?" Oh, boy.
keep going in the bill, in the bill, in the bill.
Well, because they're all talking about
not
Florida,
an evidence, motherfuckers. Learn how to debate.
Oh, learn how to research.
Yeah, I keep seeing that. And I'm like,
Learn how to research, lady. Because even with the hot takes I have, like all pedos should get the wood chipper or all pedos should get the rope, usually has research behind it of pedos are unhealthy predators that will worm their way into society and use society's own civilization against them to keep propagating.
Yeah, the what the hell? That was weird. I don't remember how long ago it was or what video it was, but I did mention this at some point. I'm sure I've mentioned this in a video sometime or other, that I don't have to have met any bad cops to know that there are bad cops, because people, there are bad people and they want to abuse power, and therefore they will seek out any position that gives them power so that they can abuse it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the quote, but it's like absolute power doesn't
Corrupt
automatically,
absolute.
but it will attract the corruptible. And these kind of legislations will attract those that want to propagate and subvert children.
Love Liana's energy this stream. Liana, you are my
Do we want to know where this energy is coming from? Why I have the... Because I had an experience on Twitter this week.
Oh yes, because Twitter is the end all be all of civilization.
Groomers.
Yes, you hate that. Hey, Liana, groomer. Hi, groomer.
Yeah, Liana John Delarose, she's from the Gamergate days. She was a leftist SJW who attached herself to the periphery of Gamergate and occasionally pretended to agree with those of us who were actually supporting Gamergate. She's a straight-up weirdo.
I'll let you read this one.
From the desk of John Castle. In a formal announcement, I have decided to upgrade Liam's diary into Liam's ledger. It will now take into account emotional damage costs. So you confirmed Lemmy Smash.
Whatever you say, groomer. Yes.
Yeah,
Groomers, why are you okay with groomers? Why don't you care that kids are being
I remember
groomed?
that. I remember that.
It culminated in him sending me unsolicited, uncensored cartoon porn of one teenage boy giving another teenage boy a blowjob and then them having sex.
Okay, where's the screenshot? Where's the screenshot then?
Yeah.
Seriously, you could show a censored screenshot that you can put little squiggly lines around the explicit stuff. But where's the screenshot, Liana?
Saggy wants JDA's hot rod. Oh no.
Yeah, I was documenting
the fucking
it all.
irony, right? Please.
But this is, I'm like, stick a pin in this, and this is where my energy is coming from. This is why I'm testifying. Because
Uh-oh.
Well, that's the
except
problem.
for you need a moment.
That's the larger issue with people like Liana Kersner, Jabba. They take people trolling them as like evidence of whatever their point is. Oh no! After the second day, the Prince Liam, being restless from grief at separation, fretted himself into a fever. Having given up writing, reading, drinking, sleeping, the affairs entrusted to him by his mother, and every... oh, jeez. It jumped. I'll read from the screen then. Entrusted him by his mother and everything else, he sat down at his computer. And as he said to die, he used constantly to paint the portrait of beautiful women, and to lie gazing upon it with tearful eyes.
After that,
yeah, just like his response to why you're not okay.
Why is she spurging so hard? I don't know. Opinions
Because
on that?
Liana Kersner is a typical leftist spurg who loves to just whine incessantly about shit.
She's got to have them victimization points.
That's
I got to
correct.
be upset and 211 ass hurt mad.
If I remember correctly, and Ruckus can correct me if I'm wrong here, because it's been a while. I can't really remember the particulars. But wasn't Liana Kersner one of the idiots from Gamergate who was caught fabricating her own fucking accounts of harassment? Wasn't she one of the same
It
idiots?
would surprise me. These people like to fabricate all sorts of victim complex all the time.
Yes.
Kind of like what
Mr. Castle is concerned because his name is also John.
But it's kind of like what that Jesse Smollett guy did, paid people to have a fake hate crime happen to him. That's what I see mostly on that other side of the house. It's like they'll fabricate shit that way they can keep up the mantle of me so sad, me victim, cry
And
for me,
Ruckus-
Argentina.
Yeah, and Ruckus says yes, she was one of the people who was caught fabricating her own harassment. So again, I don't believe for a second that Liana Kersner got this porn.
I mean,
email
shoot,
shit.
I could make up a fake email, make another Twitter account, and then make a troll Twitter account that harasses myself.
It's very easy to do and takes literal seconds.
And with that troll account, you could get VPN protection and then just keep making fake troll accounts against yourself to make it seem like somebody's coming after you.
Provided you learn to cycle the IP address, because remember, with most VPNs, you're going to have a static IP address. You have to cycle it to.
Yep, but that's how some people in certain areas of the internet can spot when somebody's making fake accounts harassing themselves. So
Saggy saying she'll show up to John's place in nothing but a sombrero. That's funny. Yeah, she has previous. Yep. Yeah, well, she's done it before. She did it during Gamergate. I'm sexually harassing John.
And they also the one thing I remember from Gamergate was the "I'm Not Your Shield" setup, which they would ignore people like who had stories of how stuff went down on the internet. Like even in my gamer or Xbox Live days, yeah, there's people that shit talked on Halo all the time, but they basically went after their whole team if they were being carried. Like the one person would carry the whole team to victory, and one guy ended up saying to me, you know, he's like, "Oh, go back to playing RPGs. You suck." You know, I barely had a 1-to-1 ratio for that match. For me, that's actually a good day. But he was shit talking to the entire team he was with, not just me. He didn't single anyone out specifically. He lambasted his whole team. That's what shit talking is.
That's precisely it. It's shit talking within a group is generally a shotgun blast. It's meant to affect anyone and everyone.
And that was most of the stuff that I encountered in online component with gaming back even when I was younger and had more free time for it. I never even experienced people sending me weird messages or anything on Xbox Live. The only thing I got on Xbox Live was the weird phishing stuff. So like, oh, would you like this free card so we can get access to your account? Tee-hee. You know, the phishing.
To which Liam said yes.
Oh, God. That.
General Piggy said testify the link. I wish we could.
I don't think Texas has anything on its books. I'm looking at that chat over there about a law on child marriage. I don't think Texas has something about that.
Fuck me. John's comments and Saggy's comments. What the hell? John, you're not loved if no one is stopping me from talking to you like this. It only John Gellerose says it only validates my narcissism that everything is about me at Saggy Melons. Saggy responds with, I bet John likes licking guacamole off a woman's toes.
Ugh.
John, so you trying to smash or not? Because I'm down to give you the taco. Interracial relationships are disgusting. Sorry. All right, I'll be right back. I have been summoned.
So
but yeah,
we're against miscegenation apparently.
Now, one thing I do remember seeing every once in a while is something about like Romeo and Juliet kind of sub clause added to some laws across different states. But that's when like two underage people are fooling around. But I'd have to look up specifics. But that's a whole other can of worms besides like some states wanting to legalize child marriage. I don't think any state has that on its books. God. And especially Texas. Texas would not legalize
Mexicans
child
mixing with
marriage
blacks
law.
was socially acceptable. Acceptable. There we go. Okay.
I mean, shoot. You know what? I guess I could also try to look it up. And I think some people, they can get married at 17 as long as all parties sign a waiver, like the parents. But
yeah, replied the Liam. The sage hath said, the road of love for comics is that which hath no beginning nor end. Take thou heed of thyself, ere thou place foot upon it. This is not easy to read. And the wise, knowing that there are three things whose effect upon himself no man can foretell, namely desire of a woman, the EFAP, and the drinking of ardent spirits, find total abstinence from them the best of rules. Yet, after all, if there is no cow, we must milk the bull. We must milk the bull, which would be gay.
This is kind of like me attempting to read Tale of Two Cities in high school.
Oh. God.
All right.
Liam was the savior of Australia during the wildfires.
Oh, Lord. Let's see.
Anytime you get annoying, John, I'm going to be creepy as fuck. I mean, that's a fair way to deal with the situation, I guess.
Here's something fun up top. Anyone I see saying, okay, Gruber gets insta-blocked. No, it didn't happen. Block.
Saggy Melons is a whore. Dark Grift is a fucking hack. You all suck. This stream's terrible. End the stream now. Go fuck yourself.
God.
What the grooming thing is?
Oh, Jesus. Wrong number.
Oh,
fried chicken, daddy.
Good Lord. I heard fried chicken. I keep going. Oh,
It's Poppy. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
oh.
This means she washes her meat and doesn't season it. What
Oh
else?
God.
Send you porn.
Well, this is the thing. He didn't realize what he was doing. And this is what these talking points do on the left and the right. Right? It is...
You tried to
Enlightened
bring up
It is not as
point,
bad.
of
It is
course.
not as hyperbolic to say this
I'm
is...
not like those
if
other
someone
leftists.
says this is
Oh, I'm not
killing
like those other rightists. God.
teens, that's hyperbolic. If you say this could get kids hurt because of the mob it's whipping up, that's not hyperbolic.
No,
That's
this is
actually
fucking stupid.
happening in-
No. This is a fucking stupid point. Show where kids are being beaten because of No, I don't believe that.
Even in my school days, nobody would dare touch a kid. Usually, if anything happened with kids, it's because like the boys would get into some sort of fist fight. Yeah, it was more likely for even in high school, like somebody would get insulted by something, and you would see the boys get into fist fights, and the girls would do the whole social shunning stuff in high school. So if there's any like abuse from other parties, it was usually from one teenager to another.
Pretty much.
certain schools. But this grooming thing, this hits something very, very primal in people.
Yes, because you don't like
right?
to be accused of being a groomer. Groomer.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Pixar.
And so they do overreact. People are responding.
Unfortunately, we've reached the point where, even when there are pics now, a lot of times didn't happen.
Well, because it's so easy to fake a screenshot nowadays.
Emotionally to these things. They're not responding logically, and that's exactly what political propaganda does. It does an end run around your reasoning into the emotion.
She's basically talking about what she's doing. Amazing.
If you bring him Vicky, we might be bringing him something more interesting to Vicky in the near future.
That's probably a wise choice.
That's probably a good choice. She's gone a little off the deep end, just a little bit. So Leon is trying to say that the Florida parental Broyles right goes too far when in reality the bill itself. Yes. But that's the point that all of these fucking retards who want society to fall say.
It's just a basic consideration of please don't teach our children about adult subjects before they're ready.
Mm-hmm. I have.
No, right now with this stream, it's basically about this idiot Liana.
I have no idea what happened between Saggy and Vicky. You'd have to ask her.
Oh, God.
My humble opinion, said Liam, rising to retire. Woman is monogamous, man is polygamous creature. A fact scarcely established in physiological theory. Therefore, I have as many wives as I choose from the peoples. Children to be mine, to toss upon the floor. Oh, jeez. This is gay.
Oh, God. Are they teaming up?
Just some pedos fucking... oh, no.
Teaming up with Tristan? Ugh.
Oh, this could be interesting.
Emotional hot buttons to make you vote against your best interests. And these bills are not targeted really at groomers. This is about eroding things like medical privacy.
It's to prevent them from bringing up subjects that aren't pertinent to a child's basic education. Leanna.
God. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. We knew what she was, but we have previous with her.
Oh.
The abilities of teachers to teach and for schools to act.
No.
They were never supposed to be teaching that to little kids. What the fuck?
There's just so much stuff. Teach the little kids basic arithmetic to make sure they can read at better than a 5th grade reading level. Heck, even basic home ec in shop. That was still in high school back when I was in high school. They don't have that nowadays. But it was useful because it taught me how to fix basic things and cook basic products. Teach them skills that will make them successful beyond the rigmarole that is called basic education nowadays.
Teachers were never intended to propagandize children, Leanna Kersner, you fucking disingenuous hack.
Yep. It makes me glad I never decided to become a teacher. I would have been shit canned so quick.
Oh. Okay. Where was this stream?
I have no idea.
Actually educate instead of just doing what a vocal minority of a politicized parent group will
you mean like
allow them
your
to
local
do.
Vocal minority where you take everything on Twitter to be the absolute truth of the world. Swear. Ugh.
Einbrecht.
Where's the stream going? We have a groomer on the screen, a horny chick in the chat offering watermelon and fried chicken. Liam's diary is on the fritz. The last Matt's going helicopter. Holy shit. Yeah.
This is about down the line more than just gay and trans kids. This is a long game. This is the new I won't confuse things because people are very
long time since before I was born.
There he is. Boom.
Nice.
Oh no. Reassured. Oh no. Where is it?
But as for me though, I have to go get ready for work. So I'll see all you lovely people later.
Liam bade his friend
Try to have fun. Thanks for stopping by.
Yo.
Bye. Yeah, take care, Fiona.
Oh, and drink a good, nice German beer for me.
I do, I promise.
Yes. Because that dark shit is really, really good. I got to try it once. Excellent.
Fuck, man. Reassured by these words, Liam bade his friend a cordial good night and sought his cot, where he checked Twitter, distraught despite the emotions of the last few hours.
I'm so glad that said cot.
Yes. The next day passed somewhat slowly. In the evening, he came to his computer to bring forth the device to life, eager to share his 12 gin with the wonders of the Spider-Man.
God.
Negro mommy. Fuck's sake.
Comet and stars. Oh.
Mi amor, dame beso.
And I kept saying to this guy on Twitter, you just sent me uncensored, unsolicited porn of teenagers. It's cartoons. But it's you sent me uncensored content, right? He just kept saying, but I had reasons, but I had reasons, but I had reasons. And I said, okay, here's the difference. You accused a teacher
Yes, I've gone from reading at a the reading level of a 2-year-old to a 6-year-old. I appreciate it.
Typing yelling coming.
Yelling incoming. Yeah. That's the thing. You can tell I'm about to yell because I give them the. Oh yeah, fair enough.
Tucky of looking like a pedophile. The teacher was gay, right? And the teacher said, "I'm afraid to go back to school because of these bills." He was teacher of the year in his school district. Oh, wow. He just accuses a guy of looking like a pedophile. I said, that's defamatory. The difference between...
No, it's not!
No, it's not.
It's no. You are no. That's not what defamation is. That's an insult. That's an insult. It's an opinion.
That isn't even saying that you are a pedophile, which is also not defamatory technically. You're just saying they look like one.
Yes, like, oh my God, she's so stupid.
Him and you is I actually can't prove that you can't prove that this teacher actually did anything to a kid or sent their kid any inappropriate material. Because of course, then they start pulling things from high school libraries and this, that, and the next thing. I said, I can prove you possess cartoon porn of minors. So what?
Pretty sure that's not illegal, though, is it? Because isn't that in some of the books that people are complaining about?
Probably.
Why aren't you a groomer? Right? No answer.
Because he wasn't sending it to a kid; he was sending it to you.
Oh my God! It's so bizarre to me.
What? How is he not a groomer? Because he sent kiddie porn, animated kiddie porn to me, an adult woman. It's like,
her points are non sequiturs. Like they just. Helicopter, indeed.
I believe we have another request.
Helicopter.
Oh God. Saggy Rage in 3, 2, 1.
Here's the thing. I know somebody said that person in the chat is a troll, but like still, regardless of which, like I hate to break it.
It's not illegal unless it's a trace. So unless a mainstream artist is doing it.
To you, and I don't know if you actually live outside of the internet world and actually read, but like right now, kids are still being harmed in schools regardless in the world. So this, like what you're saying now makes no sense because regardless, there are still unfortunately teachers who are being hired and unfortunately they're creeps. There are still kids being hurt. So this bill that you're saying is going to change that. It's like, it's already happening now, motherfucker. Yeah. So like, I don't know why you're.
Well, wait a minute. Is the bill supposed? Well, I mean, Saggy can answer this. Or are you just saying that because somebody in the chat or whatever is claiming that the bill will protect the children from?
It's fucking retarded that they're claiming that the bill that will protect the children because it fundamentally won't.
I mean, it's just meant to be like what it's meant to do. Stop fucking teaching kids. Okay. Yes. Okay. So there's somebody in the chat apparently saying that. Okay.
Yeah. This fucking retarded. Like
already a tracer.
Laws do not see. This is the problem that I have with people who think that laws can like change how criminals behave. They do not. They never have. Laws largely exist to mitigate the behavior.
Yeah, so we got all those gunshots, and that would be solved if we outlaw guns. Because outlawing murder that solved that problem, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. Nobody gets murdered anymore. Just don't go visit Chicago.
Saying it as if like this bill is guaranteed to make that happen. It's happening now. There are kids who are getting assaulted, unfortunately, now, and you're making it sound like this bill is gonna change all that. Like, no. And clearly you don't fucking care about that, because if you did, you would have known it's been happening long before this bill was even a fucking thought. It's been happening for fucking decades. So shut the fuck up. You have to be a troll. Because there's no way you're that fucking dumb to not realize kids are getting hurt now. Not because of the fucking bill,
me off
bro.
too. It's like this bill is not saying we're gonna make 5 to 8 year olds gay. That's a stupid fucking argument.
And here's the thing,
you can't do.
What?
Oh,
The bill is not saying that we're gonna make kids. I don't. What?
RJ being, is he drunk here, Soggy? Like, what the fuck's up with him? Like, that's some drunken Finatra talk right there. He's completely off topic.
Yeah, he's saying it's harassing the chat.
That you can't even get kids to
can't
read.
But here's the thing, and here's the thing.
Yeah,
this is
it's
coming
a
from somebody
kids
who
read.
But
Exactly.
this is also coming from somebody who straight up is saying, like, we talked about this last time. I think y'all should just let kids be kids. We don't gotta have a bill to fucking just let kids be kids. Let kids figure out their own fucking sexuality. Let them figure that shit out.
Yes,
I've always said this, but like we are still having this argument. Y'all don't give a fuck about these kids. You really don't. You give a fuck about you give a fuck about the principle of the matter. Is like whether you believe that like you don't want the kids to learn about being gay in school, cool, whatever. But let's not act like you give a fuck about these kids.
Well, except that, I mean, at least the Florida thing. I mean, Fiona's gone, so she can't talk about it now. But like the Florida thing, as I understand it, it's like it's got nothing to do with gay anything. Like that's just a
they don't want either side of the spectrum being taught to children.
Like you can't you can't teach the kids all about heterosexual sex either. It's like just don't talk about it.
It's about teachers shouldn't be teaching
make a request.
kids
I said,
about
well, you
sex.
can make the request. I'm not necessarily going to fulfill it for you.
But yeah, no, Saggy's not saying anything bad here. Like, I think people are just fucking with her because they can fuck with her. I think that's all there is there.
I do believe that
Liana's
she's the problem.
Liana's the spurg of this fucking stream for sure. Like, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Everyone was saying.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's you don't want to be you don't want to be gay. Just ask Einbread. Yeah, pretty much. It's a rough life.
You give a fuck about the political stance on it. That's literally what Liana. No, because I'm getting pissed because everyone gives Liana fucking shit, and that's all she's based.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, dude, she's pretty fucking dumb.
Oh God.
The bitch has been caught on more than one occasion fabricating her own hate mail, so I don't trust anything she says. I have never seen as like, oh no, I have never seen as like quoth Liam upon seeing the weapon would render Ethan Van Sciver into a shriveled wraith. It is the preserved penis of Bancroft, a weapon that shrivels the soul of any man. Spake the ghoul, indeed I am immune, crooned the Australian. For mine is not to speak of.
Gay is a hard nut life.
If she was trying to make the same point that you were, Saggy, she was not doing it well. She was delivering it in a way with words that don't mean what she thinks they mean. It's baffling to me because a lot of these fucking people who will whine about kids being abused will simultaneously hold the opinion that, I wish I'd had a fucking teacher molest me when I was a kid kind of thing, if it was like a hot female teacher. And it's just like, no, that's still child abuse. You're retarded. Like, that's absolute degeneracy.
Well, I mean, nobody wishes that a teacher molested them. Let's be clear about that. It's like, but there's plenty of high school boys. It's like there was a hot teacher, and it's like we all wanted to bang her. If we got the chance, we would have gone for it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they should be allowed to, though. Is my
well, no, I'm not suggesting it should be illegal, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Made that point earlier in the stream. That was well, see, this is why we try not to skip around here, but everybody's like, skip ahead. So okay, we did.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Basically saying, and I don't always agree with Liana, but that's why we get along, because everyone gives her shit, and all she's saying is Bro, like y'all don't care about these fucking kids. You just care about the political stance on it. You either care about kids or you fucking don't. But at least be honest about it.
Yeah, appreciate the backup, Snaggy, but I have to say, like, these people, the bad faith is strong because, you know, for instance, there's one chatter who keeps saying top right, and I said, God, a good 30 minutes, my name's right there, please use it. If someone can't do that, I start ignoring them because if you can't do basic things to, you know, I'm not asking you to use a pronoun, I'm asking you to use my name, and when you can't even do that, you're showing you're not coming at this from a respectful, honest place. You're just being
Says
a dick.
the woman who lied and said and conflated the bills from a bunch of different states with the Don't Say Gay bill, which is specifically referencing the bill from Florida.
The parental rights bill. Doesn't say that. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, no, I'm just saying that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna
and there's your bad faith right the fuck there is the.
You know, she's literally engaging in bad faith right there, and she's gonna accuse other people of bad faith. It's like, motherfucker, you do it too. You've done it here on this stream.
Okay, I don't know what in the hell this is.
Yeah, bitch can't read talks about bad faith. Exactly, dude, man. Elon is, I believe, in the final stages of buying. That is the correct response to uwu. That is the correct response to uwu.
I didn't know that uwu was something you're supposed to pronounce. I thought it was some kind of weird fucking emoji thing.
It's a face. It's yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
Bitch
thought
can't
so.
read talks about
Manger Chan uses it all the time. The deal's supposed to be going through on Monday,
done.
a week from today, right?
Allegedly, we'll see. We all have to behave on Twitter until then.
And you know,
let's think. If these people actually gave a fuck about kids, you know what they would be doing? They wouldn't be supporting bills that make kids feel like shit for being who they are.
They don't understand how it does that, though. They don't understand how.
No, they don't get it because
That's
they can't
objectively
relate to it.
wrong. Kids don't know who they are yet, RJ. They don't. They don't have a fucking clue. Their brains aren't fully developed, you idiots. They haven't experienced. They haven't experienced puberty yet, for Christ's sake. They have no idea who they are as human beings. That shit is between a parent and their children. It is not your business or the business of any other liberal shitbag to tell a parent what they can or cannot say to their children. Now, if that fucking
just
parent,
make your own Twitter. Well,
yeah,
somebody
that's
did.
One of the reasons why I don't like libertarians.
Einbrecht doesn't like him either.
Andrew Torba's fucking anti-fucking anime. I don't like anyone who's anti-anime. Fuck right off. He can fucking die in a corner too. And that's a dark joke. I don't actually want Torba to die. I just don't like him as a human being.
He's going to be the biggest loser in this.
Good.
Guys, I just realized I never thought that I would meet a more retarded redhead than Mecha Random, but here we are.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, man. I remember this useless whore from the Gamergate days. Listen here, you little faggot. I mean, I shouldn't say little faggot. He's a gigantic faggot. But anyway. I remember Liana Kersner from the Gamergate days, and she was someone that fucking faked her own harassment and a bunch of other bullshit. So I just... She has no room to talk about bad faith arguments. None.
Faking harassment and being a redhead seems to be a common thing.
It appears to go hand in hand, doesn't it?
Yeah. If we think of Liam.
Yeah, has the government decided to give us a bunch of bullshit about how Elon Musk is a threat to freedom of speech?
Not yet. Give it a moment. Jen Psaki, the fucking queen of lies, will come out and say something, I'm sure.
Right.
They can't relate to it. They can't feel and think that way. So they think, oh, it's the kid's fault, not mine.
Right. Let the kids figure it out. And like I said, the only thing I will say, if everyone wants to make this fucking fair, just like if the kids can't talk to their parents because their parents might be too political, they're Christian, they don't want to be
or they're homophobic and something.
Or they're homophobic or something. If these kids have no one to talk to, at least offer that resource. And also,
No. Parents have the right to know everything that is going on in their child's lives.
Anime created we.
If their children are questioning their own sexuality, a parent has the right to sit down with them and have a serious talk with them and say, hey, why do you feel this way? Responsible parents do that. It's exceptionally rare that a parent comes out swinging because their child is gay. Why are they all staring? Demanded John as he and Ruckus craned around to look at the other students. Don't let it worry you, said Alassi. It's Liam Gray. He's extremely famous. J.K. Turfling. Liam Gray on the Deathly Hallows. Oh, God.
In addition, offer the parents a resource to go to school with their kids and have them sit down with these teachers and explain to them, get the parents involved. But again, that's why I get so pissed about this subject.
That's a valid point from Saggy. Like, allow the parents to be involved. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, exactly. If a parent fucking indoctrinates their child in any way, a parent should be able to show up and legally beat the shit out of that teacher. Period.
Yes. And among the list of bizarre perversions should be communism, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, no. I know you are, Saggy. Yeah, Space Crypto did indeed enter the chat. Like, it's just I hate that shit so much. The argument that and I'm not saying you were making this argument, Saggy. The argument that like parents and the gay lobby does just shit a lot, and it pisses me the fuck off. That parents don't have a right to know what's going on with their children is beyond disgusting. Now, if that parent is regularly beating that fucking child, get them the hell out of that household. I don't give two shits what the reason for them beating that child is. Get them the hell out of that household. My mom wouldn't teach me about my period, so when I got yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
like that's fucking that's laziness of the highest order. My mom was a single mom, and she did her best to explain shit to me, and she was like, when I was around that age, she explained like the shit that I was gonna go through and was like, all right, like this is gonna happen to you. She's like, if you're gonna do your thing, just do it in the bathroom or your bedroom. Don't fucking do it in the living room or my room or anything like that. Don't be creepy. It was a fun speech. This external computer is beeping, making me feeling like I'm in Baghdad. Oh, you may want to run, and yeah, that does suck. Like that's some bullshit. Your mom should have been more responsible for you. That with you, I should say, not for you. I mean, technically speaking, for you is also applicable here. Most parents have the right to know. Have a right to know. Some parents are just so bad. I feel like some kids. No, I agree. I agree with you. Like there are some parents that are so fucking terrible. Their kids. I say it again. I don't like kids being taken away by the state, but there are some cases where it's fucking necessary. There are some people who are so fucking horrible they should not be around children. Elon is set to announce he now owns Twitter. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Get the parents involved. Allow the parents to be involved. That's a fair point too, Crypto. That's a fair point too, because I'm just saying that like parents should be involved in shit that involves their children. Like that's all there is to it. And if parents aren't involved, I want to know why the parents aren't involved. Is it because the parents are irresponsible, or is it because the parents are being excluded? Because both of those scenarios are bad to me. Lazy parents piss me the fuck off. If you're not ready to be a parent, if you're not ready to do everything it takes to raise your child correctly, you should not be a parent. The bad parents are the ones. I agree, Crypto. It's a mental illness that should not be humored. Why were you lurking under our window? Yes, good point, Petunia. What were you doing under the windows, boy? Stealing 90s anime plots. Suddenly a in a resigned voice. His aunt and uncle exchanged looks of outrage. Stealing anime plots? Again? Well, I can't think of anything else, said Liam. J.K. Turfling, Liam Gray in the shitty books. My school teacher taught us sex ed, but we were teachers and they had parents.
We were teenagers.
Oh, teenagers, yeah, and the parents knew. See, that's fine. I don't care. Teenagers are. I don't give a shit about people who have gone through fucking puberty being taught sex ed at school. That's fine to me. But teaching sex and sexuality to children who have not experienced puberty or are currently going through puberty is completely inappropriate to me. Like, it's just, and that's what the Florida bill seeks to address. They don't want it being either gay or heterosexual shit being taught to kids. It would not, yeah, exactly. That's precisely it. It means that, yes, in a healthy society would not hand a mentally ill person a butcher knife and say, have at it. Yes, exactly. Well, it's just
you
like
mean we wouldn't do like, which Hellraiser was that? Where the guy thought he had bugs crawling on him. The doctor's like, I'll help you, and hands him a straight razor.
Exactly, right? Well, it's just like me. I have a psychotic disorder. Are you going to tell me that it's funny you use that fucking movie reference because I have tactile hallucinations. Specifically, I feel like things... No, it's okay. Don't apologize. It's a fucking great movie. I have tactile hallucinations, and how it happens is it feels like things are essentially crawling through my skin, so I'll scratch myself at times. No one would hand me a knife like they did with the doctor in that movie and go, have at it. That's fucked up. No one should be doing that shit. Not to a tranny, not to a fucking child, like none of that shit. Like, I'm against that shit because kids don't know who they are. It's functionally impossible. Their brains are not fully developed.
Well, the point is that the leftists don't want the kids to figure out who they are. They want to tell them who they are.
Well,
you're one of us.
It's a problem I massively have with many communities. The missing ball had not pained Liam for 19 years. All was well.
Liam Gray and
Ethan's money. Liam Razor 3. Liam on Earth was the best in the series.
ATM, it's a twister.
No, Dorothy, that's just a twister of Newport smoke. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? Like, I don't want people, because if you need evidence of children being malleable, or like, just look at fucking all these kids who are just confused as shit now. Because
I'm waiting for him to notice, Crypto.
Oh no, I already read it.
Oh, well, you didn't read it out loud.
Oh, fuck me. My mic probably cut out. Liam Razor 3. Liam on Earth was the best in the series. Yes, my mic must have cut out when I read it. That's my bad. Crypto, did you see Captain Australia? Captain Australia is fantastic. I love that image. The throne shield with the baby attached to it is
glorious. Number 3 was the one that had what's her ass from DS9, isn't it?
Jerry Ryan?
No. Deep Space Nine.
DS9 was with the black guy.
Terry Farrell.
Terry Farrell. Is she the one that played
Dax?
Dax. Thank you. I couldn't remember her name.
Oh, she was.
She's the one with the
He read it out loud. Well, that must have been one of those weird moments where I didn't hear him. He never hears me when I read shit. Like I read something and then he reads it right after I do.
Somebody needs to share that with your crypto in chat. Share the Twitter post because holy shit, it's funny. To explain it, crypto, it's Liam Gray as Captain America, but with like, just he looks absolutely retarded, and he's got a baby attached to his shield. It's wonderful.
And
Cisco, yes, dude, absolutely.
And Liam didn't recognize the reference, did he?
He never hinted that he did. These storm clouds are getting dark. How are you guys? It's rolling. Playing in NWA. Fantastic.
Y'all in the chat, you guys are usually good, but some of y'all be triggering me.
I bring them in. I apologize.
No, you're fine, but it's like y'all don't actually care about the kids because you're saying shit that's not for the best of the kids' interest. You're saying shit that's best for you, what you feel fucking comfortable with, not what these kids are comfortable with, what you feel comfortable with.
I want to jump into this real quick too, because like I said, like one of the most profound things I was told, honestly, was that someone, a mentor of mine, kind of just said, the thing you got to realize too is that when you enter that classroom as a teacher, some of these kids don't have people at home that support or love them the same way. You could, like, as a teacher, just being nice to someone and just being that caring teacher, that what you're supposed to be, can make a positive difference in that kid's life.
Oh,
you gotta have some boundaries up, obviously, because you're not their parent. But shit, just being basic kindness is okay. Like, and that's.
I'm sorry. Where does the law say you can't be kind?
It doesn't say that anywhere. I don't understand the point he's making here. This is another non sequitur. An unbreakable vow, said Scott's, looking stunned. Nah, he can't have. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, said Liam. Why? What does it mean? Well, you can't break an unbreakable vow. I'd worked that much out for myself. I'd never been able to keep a promise. Jake Durfling, Liam Gray, and the half-baked mantis.
God.
They drew Liam in the class. Yes, exactly. Yes. That's it. That's why we love it. It's fucking hilarious. Being a government employee does not make it. I do agree with that statement. Like, you're.
Amazing, yes. But also.
Yeah, exactly.
Fully expected.
Yeah. Is this just a stream where people try to figure out how to molest kids? I shouldn't show up late to these. I mean, I think Liana Kersner's probably trying to figure out how to molest kids, but I don't think the other 5 are.
But some of them do seem to be out to lunch a bit.
RJ's either drunk, high, both, or just stupid. I don't know. Raymond is quiet, but he made one stupid point.
Yeah, he did say one really stupid thing earlier, and then Tristan is Tristan.
Tristan is pants shitting, drooling on myself, retarded, so I can't really say much else. Jared's been quiet largely the entire time. Liana
the latest things from DC are so awesome, guys.
Yeah, if you don't know the lore on Liana Crypto Comics, she's from the Gamergate days. She's a leftist weirdo who attached herself to the periphery of Gamergate in an attempt to catapult herself into e-fame. She is a quote-unquote games journalist. So that should tell you everything you need to know about her. The crazy in the streets, a hot mess in the sheets, but she does that one thing in her mouth, so I live with it. Oh, no. Jared doesn't want to molest kids, that's why he's quiet. Maybe. I mean, that's possible. I'm going to give you guys a break.
Thank you.
It's like they don't want people to be kind to each other, too. That's what pisses me off, too. It's like, you can't be kind. You can't be kind.
Yeah. What is he smoking? What is
Dude,
where does that come
not
from?
Even a point. Like, the law doesn't...
It's out of nowhere. It's like,
fuck me, Jesus Christmas. What is wrong with this retard? She should date JF Garrity. He likes them special. Yes. Are you familiar with JF Garrity?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm familiar with his non-debate with Fox Day, because Fox came on and talked to him and established that, okay, this guy's just going to fucking lie, so there's no point talking to him. And that was that. So.
Yeah, he's good old JFK rapey with his fucking love of retarded trannies.
Ugh.
He's a strange one. I liked him at first because I thought he was funny, and then I realized that he's a passive aggressive little bitch, and I just stopped liking him immediately. Another 2 years from now, if you stand against grooming, you will be subjected to public raping. Probably. I mean, I know you're being hyperbolic, but at this point, it wouldn't surprise me.
Support being accused of grooming. It's fucking bullshit.
You've hit the core of it, though, RJ. I mean, at the core of this is the school choice lobby trying to dismantle public schools, because one of the things.
Yes, we should be so lucky.
Yeah, dude. You know
rid
what?
of them.
Public schools need to go away, and I say this for one very good reason. We need to go back to intentional communities where the parents teach. They rotate who teaches the kids on off days. I'm working today. Okay, I'm working today. Okay, I'll teach math today. You'll teach science tomorrow. You'll teach language arts on this day. You'll teach history on this day. And you teach your kids that way. And you raise them as a community like we used to, because that was how the most functional human beings were produced. Period. We wouldn't have had as much rapid advancement if we didn't have multiple generations of healthy upbringings.
That you probably know the name of it better than I do. I know the Canadian term, but they're trying to address emotional content.
Yes, that is indeed Nerdette Newsstand on the bottom right. She's wearing 5,000 pounds of makeup there, so you can't see what she actually looks like.
And learning, and if you saw the things that the banned textbooks, they didn't flag critical race theory or anything like that. They flagged anything that deals with the fact that it is a reality that people from certain backgrounds do feel like math is not for them, that they're not good at math.
It doesn't matter what they feel like, you fucking idiot.
What the fuck did she just say?
First off, I'll address her racism in a second. I'll address her blatant racism in a second. And this is actual racism, gentlemen. It doesn't matter how they feel. Utterly irrelevant. No one likes math. You know who likes math? The nerdy kid that wants to kill you and wear your skin. When I was a kid, gays weren't allowed in the mirror. When I was a teen, we had don't ask, don't tell. A decade later, you could be openly gay. Glad my friends got out before it was a requirement. Yeah, pretty much. Well, look at the tranny general they fucking have now. Like
soon, it will be an all tranny military. You'll have to be trans to be in the military.
Who knows? Yeah, fucking. It's just the absurdity of the points some of these fucking retards make. Like it.
Yeah, but that's fucking crazy to be like, oh, some people from certain backgrounds just don't feel like math is for them. It's like math is required to be functional in society.
It is.
At least on some basic level. Holy shit, what a statement.
And if you have dyscalculia, my condolences, get an accountant. Like, it's that simple.
I mean, I'm kind of dyslexic and shit, and I transpose numbers sometimes, and it's like, it's not necessarily super easy, but, you know, he's like, you had to fucking learn it. Holy shit.
Now, on her topic of fucking, like, the blatant racist shit she just said, holy fucking shit, dude. Because they're from certain non-white backgrounds, because she didn't want to fucking say it out loud because she's an objective racist, apparently. Dude, they can be taught like anyone else. It's almost like human ingenuity isn't bound by fucking race, you disingenuous racist piece of trash. You want to... If that were the case, we wouldn't have Thomas Sowell. we wouldn't have, I don't know, fucking Supreme Justice, what was it, Clarence Thomas? Is that his name? Elassie? Oh, no, we lost Elassie.
Sorry, what?
What's the justice's name? Is it Clarence Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, it has nothing to do with their racial background. It has everything to do with they probably come from single-parent households, which are a net negative for a child. They're probably unconfident because they're not being raised correctly. Like, how they feel about math is utterly irrelevant. They need to learn it anyway. It does not matter how they feel about it. They need to be taught it. And if they're not learning it, it could be a number of things. It could be a nutritional deficiency. It could be a learning disability. It could be that they're mentally handicapped. It's not fucking... It's because they're fucking from a minority group. Jesus Christ.
Could be lead in the water supply.
Dude, that could be that too.
And to this request, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to remind me to do that the next time we're on Twitch. I'm concerned about the musical content of it.
Yeah, the music shit will get us in trouble, unfortunately, on YouTube.
Math than it is tied into certain identity groups, and they're trying to overcome that. They're trying to bring down test anxiety. They're trying to make them comfortable, and this is what
single mother households. It's specifically single mother households, but I'm trying to be diplomatic a little bit. I probably shouldn't, but yeah, like it's exactly. I knew this stream would trigger you guys. God bless you.
Their overlords in the state governments are going after emotionally balanced kids because they want.
What?
No. How? That's not a valid argument. How are they going after emotionally balanced kids? These are. You just made the argument that they're confused. How can you then fucking? How can you then say that they're emotionally no. She can't even remember her own fucking point. Jabba is raising Salacious Risey to be a slave girl. I mean, that's a distinct possibility.
Vouchers, they want charter schools, they want to dismantle the public schools.
Yes,
public
we do.
Schools should be dismantled. The state is wasting that money. Have you seen how incompetently they're teaching children in Canada and the US?
They act like that's a bad thing or something.
Yes. We like one of two things needs to happen here. That state money needs to be funneled into schools that will actually fucking teach the children correctly, or we need to go back to teaching our kids in intentional communities. Those are the two options, because public school doesn't work anymore. It may have originally, when public school teachers gave a shit about their students. And no, fucking indoctrinating your children, someone else's children, into your bizarre beliefs does not. Yeah. Destroy the Department of Education, last horrible vestige of Jimmy Carter's presidency. I don't disagree with that.
So, better one without music, okay.
System.
Yeah,
that's what's really going on.
And it pisses me off too. This disingenuousness too, where some people are like, "Are you saying that for generations teachers could be kind?" No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that people.
You literally just got done talking about fucking. You literally just got done whining about how the "Don't Say Gay" bill, which it doesn't say anything about heterosexuality or homosexuality. It's mentioned specifically sexuality. Sex and sexuality. But you just got done whining about that. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, he's so stupid. Like, how do you... Well, without public schools, how will my son learn how to grow up? Grow up and molest other kids. Yes, exactly, Crypto. That's precisely it. God, these fucking people. Saggy might be the only sane one on this fucking screen. This is a good one. Yeah. That's Seamus. I can't remember his last name. Seamus something. I can't remember his last name. I mean, you and me both, Saggy. I'm fucking nuts too, so it is what it is.
Want to remove that kindness, that barrier,
Yes,
because it's
they want to
an
take it
accusation
away.
of grooming. They're trying to remove that emotional support that teachers can offer because you could be grooming, you could be teaching.
No, they're not.
Kids,
You fucking. That's objectively wrong. They don't want fucking parents to not be able to, or parents, fuck me. They do not want teachers to not be able to show kindness to children. They don't want them instructing them on sex and sexuality. Because again,
I guess by implication that means that he thinks that the teachers cannot show kindness to children if they're not able to molest them.
That's the only conclusion I can come to, because there's no other reason for him to associate kindness with this bill, because this bill doesn't mitigate kindness being shown to children in any capacity.
No.
It targets teachers teaching sex and sexuality to children in kindergarten to grade 3. Do you know how old you are in grade 3? Typically 8 to 9 years old. You don't need to be taught about sex and sexuality before the age that you're before reaching puberty and going through puberty. Like, it's so bizarre to me. When did providing emotional support become part of the job description? Half the teachers are total shitheads.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree. Propagandizing is kindness, guy. Yeah, right? Exactly.
Totally kindness. What do you mean? They taught kids how about sex and shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
you're letting that's the funniest thing to me. Some people are perfectly fine with their kids learning from a teacher what a penis and a vagina is and how those two go together. But God forbid a teacher educate in sex ed. Oh, there's gay people too.
No.
What?
No. There's a big difference between teaching children who do not understand the concept of sexuality and teaching teens about sexuality.
They're from the future cool house.
Fuck me. What the hell? The world could be a better place if weebs were normal people again. I mean, I don't think... Yeah. 8 to 9, they still haven't been properly groomed. What the fuck is wrong with it? Yes, get a bomb on the phone indeed.
This the RJ dude is just, I don't know. He's talking out of his ass. He doesn't know
He's
a
out
fucking
to
thing.
lunch, man.
He doesn't know anything about the subject they're talking about.
I think Jared's just super uncomfortable, and that's why he's not talking. Saggy's like, fuck these people in chat because they're fucking retards. RJ's just making non-points. Liana Kersner's fucking being completely disingenuous. Yes, of course I agree with you. Jabba's biggest sponsor of Pangea Weeb Night.
This whole panel is brain dead. Holy Lord. I mean, I'm German. I don't know shit about public schools in America, but even I can
They
see
suck.
that it's not a good thing to sit in front of kindergartners and tell them what gay sex is and what butt fuck is and stuff like that. Man, if you are really discussing this kind of shit in America, you are doomed.
Yes, exactly, Crypto. He doesn't know anything about the subject other than it's basically it's a the lady doth protest too much scenario. That's exactly it.
Dear Diary, I remember learning sexual education as a kid. My uncle would take me to the shed and teach me the difference between flaccid and erect. Didn't see my uncle anymore soon after that. Leave. Oh, that reminds me of was it Yes Minister, Yes Prime Minister? It was like, yeah, saying the kids shouldn't be taught homosexual technique or heterosexual technique for that matter. And Jim says, "Oh, where should they learn it? Behind the bike sheds, like we did." Did you? Oh.
You know, like what
I
the
said,
hell? What
it's
does that
not
make any
because
sense?
it's politics. It's all about politics. We have to now. We're in a day and age where homosexuality is a little bit more accepted than it used to be, and now they're just trying to do. And like I said, I'm part of that community, but well, I don't.
I love the Dear Diaries. Well, I'm glad you do. It's like they're fun. They're fun. We are doomed.
Yes,
Yes,
40% of Gen Z identifies as part of the BLT community. Granted, trans is a new goth, but 40% of kids weren't goth at the height of Marilyn Manson's career. Yeah. It's almost like this shit's being taught to kids, and fucking they're being indoctrinated into this shit.
Yeah, I could go for a BLT.
Dude, man. Yeah, I could. I mean, replace the lettuce with spinach. I could absolutely go for it. Yeah, exactly.
Work it out later with you. Yeah.
Really, because I fucking hate the community. But I
Thank you. Oh.
I am pansexual, right? So I'm queer, right? So it's like
Careful, you get in trouble for using the Q word.
Even I'm sitting there like, I get it. I get that there's no problem like doing it like we discussed. Like if you introduce gay characters in entertainment naturally, not have to address it. Just
I don't have a problem with there being a few of them, but I mean, Disney's now talking about we want to make sure there's queer characters in every fucking thing we make. It's like, what? What?
Yes, it's almost like a bunch of communist pedos took over the government. Yeah, that's it's been that way for a while in Canada, unfortunately. Don't worry, we'll all be techno-barbarians soon, traveling the waste and waiting for the Emperor Man to save us. Although I fear the Emperor Man may not show up. I think he may be like, fuck these people.
they have two dads. They're just there. We don't have to go into detail and find out the
But Saggy, Mr. Ratburn got married in a gay wedding, so we have to ban that.
I'm saying it's overall
fuck
stupid.
Off. It's a children's show. Fucking Jesus Christmas. Like, I'm sorry. Why do people need to get married either side of the fence in a children's show? Why? It's utterly fucking pointless. Kids don't understand the concept of fucking holy matrimony. The skillet left her $20 for a good time. Jeez.
Oh.
That we are at this, we apparently have evolved as a society, and homosexuality is so accepted that, but like now it's like you don't have to.
Well, I mean, it is fairly well accepted. I mean, that's the only reason why Obama and Hillary and all those other Democrat dipshits were in favor of it, is because, oh, look, the polling has now changed and a majority of Americans support gay marriage. Because until the wind was blowing in the right way, we were not going to say that, even though we, pretend that we're such good allies or whatever the fuck,
I've gone my entire life not meeting a kid with two dads, and I live near Portland. Two moms, sure, but two dads, highly abnormal. I mean, I don't think I've ever met a two-dad couple ever. Two mom couples aren't any better, though, in all fairness. Like, don't do that shit to a kid. You need...
have you seen the numbers of domestic violence in lesbian relationships? Holy Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the only people who abuse their partners more than lesbians are trannies.
Yeah, I've seen the lesbian thing firsthand,
And it's usually trannies abusing other trannies, funny enough.
Two dykes getting together and beating the shit out of each other. It's like, what are y'all doing? What?
There should be more outspoken conservatives in children's programming to provide more diversity. I don't disagree. Like, I don't want any of it, in all fairness, in children's programming. I think kids need to be allowed to be kids. Like, it's just keep the fucking sex and sexuality out of kids' material. Like,
Keep all the propaganda out of kids' material.
Yeah, no, all of it. Yeah, exactly. It's just let kids be kids for shit's sake.
Yeah,
their brains aren't fully developed. They don't understand these.
When you're a
complex
kid, it
concepts.
sometimes feels like your childhood lasts quite a while because proportionally, it's a very large portion of your life at the time. But it really does go by quite fast. So
it does.
Let them enjoy it while they may.
It's the main thing with kids nowadays is just raise them. Yeah, it'd be neat to see quality content like Dragon Ball and Eureka's Castle again. Or Dragon Tales. Sorry, I thought I said
Dragon Ball.
I'm going retarded. How bad? I mean, going retarded. I am retarded. My eyes fucked off for a second.
I don't remember Dragon Tales offhand, but I do remember Eureka's Castle. I didn't watch it much, but I remember seeing it.
I don't remember. I watched both of those. I do not remember them, though.
Force it, right? You shouldn't have to force it. If it's supposed to be accepted naturally, and with kids especially, let them
Yes, I would never say Dragon Ball.
That's a fair point. Dragon Ball is pretty degenerate, in all fairness.
I've never watched it.
You know, you're not missing anything, really. You know what propaganda is? When you take a good look in the mirror and it says, "Damn, I look good."
I don't do that very often. Is Dragon Ball the one that that Ricada had that clip of back in the day with the kickback shit? Or was that another anime?
That was Dragon Ball Z specifically.
Okay.
Dragon Ball is the Dragon Ball Z is the tale of Goku as an adult, whereas Dragon Ball is Goku as a child.
Ah. Oh, I guess it's good that they waited till the adult to do all the weird gay shit that they performed there.
They went back to baby Goku in Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, they didn't really because
Dragon Ball.
Dende, who was one of the involved people in the gay sex orgy shit, in the leaked audio, is a kid. He's a Namekian child.
Oh.
So no, they technically speaking did not wait until adulthood for everything. Takeshi's. Oh, dude, man, I love Takeshi's Castle.
If you do win, you get a dishwasher. Okay. All right.
figure it out. Let them figure it out. And if they need help figuring out, they have their parents. If they don't have their parents, then you can offer an alternative, but you don't have to force it. You know, you don't have to force it. Be like, no, we all have to have classes to explain homosexuality. No, you don't. You don't have to have classes. If a child
Dragon Ball has a what in it?
There's a penis in it, specifically after they cut off Goku's tail. In the North American version and several other versions, it was censored, and it's not a penis. It's like a digitized flower growing between Goku's legs. But in the Japanese version and the manga, it's penis. Goku's
Piccolo
penis
was
basically
the black
spreads
guy.
after they cut his tail off.
He's asking about the orgy.
The gay sex orgy thing was from a Funimation audio leak.
Yeah, the voice actors got together and made a parody, I guess you call it.
They made gay sex orgy jokes using their characters' voices, basically. And one of the characters outright states that he fucked Dende, which Dende is a child, so a Namekian child, but a child nonetheless. Yes, Piccolo was the black guy of. I just bought. God.
feels they might be gay or trans, let them go through that process. If they can't go to their parents, offer them options if they want to take it. Don't force it on everybody. Let them figure it out. Let kids be kids. Because what you're doing now is you're confusing them even more. Because now they're growing up, they're trying to figure out their lives in general, trying to figure out their place in the world. Oh, now we have to figure out if I'm gay or not. They'll eventually get there on their own. I did. And a lot of people who are a part of the LGBT community, they did for a long time without fucking help. Now you want to offer help? Cool. But
I
do
just
it the right
think,
fucking way.
And that's why I think that it's really bad to see people's parents fighting. Like, can you imagine being one of these kids and your parents are going batshit crazy on the regular over this stuff? That's going to be real. It's going to be really traumatizing.
Yeah, no,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
Like, there are some people like.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. This is the problem that I have with people like Leanna Kersner, because she made that argument earlier in the stream, Crypto. She made the argument that
was that the argument that Saggy was making just now, though? I don't.
No.
Okay.
No, Saggy wasn't, thankfully, making that argument. Absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. Puberty blockers are completely inappropriate. It should never happen. Children don't know who they are. Their brains are. Like, I'll say it every fucking time. Children's brains are not fully developed. They don't fucking
Technically,
know.
the brain is not fully developed until you hit 25 or so.
Depends on the person. Some people's brains don't fully develop until their mid-30s.
Oh, jeez.
It really depends on the person's genetics. No, there aren't, Death Pusher.
There are a lot of gay trenders, though.
Yeah, there are a lot of... Yeah. Yeah, exactly, because all the adults at school trying to molest you and turn you to a deviant lifestyle isn't stressful as a child. Exactly. Like,
maybe I just wasn't attractive enough, but I'm glad to say that when I was in school, nobody ever tried to do that.
Yeah, and please know that I'm not saying this for sympathy. Oh. I'm saying this to illustrate a point, specifically Crypto's point. My stepfather did that shit to me. That shit fucked me up for life. Like, I cannot sleep next. You want to know what happened the first time my dog tried to sleep next to me? I snapped awake. She brushed up against me in the middle of the night. I snapped awake and my hand was on her throat.
Yeah.
That's what molestation does to a child. It took me months to be able to sleep next to that poor dog. Like, I still feel like shit. Again, I know it was instinct. It's not my fault. But I still feel like shit to this day. That, like, I basically attacked my dog in my sleep. Because she startled me. And I don't like being touched in my sleep because of the shit that happened to me. Like, it's just... It's fucked up, man. Like, I don't like... This is why when I say pedo defenders get the rope too. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. This shit fucks up kids for life. Pedos and pedo defenders get the rope, the millstone, and a convenient body of water. Because suffocation is a horrific and painful way to die, and that is all pedophiles and pedo defenders deserve. Very nice. Muscone's Twitter.
Oh, Jabba presents Weeb Night.
Jabba presents Weeb Night.
Oh.
It's raining heavily and possible. Well, yeah, be safe, man. If you have to, get above ground and take your expensive shit with you.
Hope you built an ark.
We thankfully don't get flooding in my area. We're very lucky. Throwing them into a volcano is more environmentally friendly. Yeah, that's a fair point too, man. More men like you need to speak out. I know 3 men in my personal life who were molested by other men as children. It's not spoken about it ever in our society. Dude, look at the fucking boys that get molested by their female teachers. And the female teachers
use Ray as my rap.
Yep. And the female teachers get knocked up. And then fucking 4 to 5 years later, when they become adults, these bitches are tapping them for child support. Dude, that is beyond fucked up.
Ooh. It's a I don't know. It's a weird fucking thing. I mean, I was not, of course, molested as a child, and I pretty sure that when I was growing up, I considered, I never considered that that was something that, I mean, I think I knew at some point that it happened to some people, but I never considered that it was anywhere near a commonplace thing. But after becoming an adult, I've heard from all kinds of people, and it's like, holy shit, it's happening all over the place to everybody.
Dude, I remember the story about Mary Kay Letourneau. She married the kid she abused, yeah? Yeah, they had 3 kids, apparently. Yeah, that's still abuse. The kid married his abuser.
Is that what happened to Macron?
Maybe. Oh, God.
But yeah, I mean, it's...
Did you see how many people in fucking France literally voted for Macron to keep Le Pen out? 90% of the people that voted for it voted for Macron to keep Le Pen out. That was it.
Fucking
how
stupid.
Insane is that?
I believe Vox Day's post about it said that... what did he say?
Crypto said, have you considered identifying as a 9-year-old and returning to school so you can get molested? Oh, jeez.
Said, France votes for self-extinction. That's how he referred to it.
Yeah, Paul Joseph Wasson said that, didn't he?
I don't know.
Because a few people are saying something similar right now. Yes, exactly.
Damn stupid,
dude.
But just
absolutely true, dude. Man, he is a World Economic Forum shill. Have you? Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
France is screwed in a different way than our country. It's weird. I mean, yeah, definitely. You wouldn't even sexually abuse me. Yes, the Sargon joke. I love that shit. What was it he said to, was it Jess Phillips? I wouldn't even rape you. I think it was Jess Phillips. It's been a while.
Was Sargon of Akkad?
Yes.
Who said it to Anita Sarkeesian? I get no.
It was a politician, which I think was Jess Phillips.
Ah, okay.
At least I might be misremembering the name, though. Jabba demands a bevy of beautiful trans slave girls to start applying now, fellas. Early enrollment is May 1st.
Hello? Excuse me. I'm here to pick up Ike. Hello? Oh, God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was looking for my brother.
Ike? Hold on. Please, you don't understand. Your brother and I are in love.
Accurate. And it's... yeah, accurate.
Again, and this is what pissed me off too. In the state of Alabama, they had that trans bill where they're gonna expose you to your parents and all this and that's some kids get the shit beaten out of them for even thinking that they're trans
on a regular.
Gay. On the regular, they get fucking abused.
Yeah.
And do these
Evidence
give
now.
a shit?
Citation. I want a citation. Show me the fucking data that they were beaten because they were trans.
Yes.
Oh yeah, frequently. frequently ahead of the curve.
No, it's about political posturing.
No.
Fuck the kids. They don't give a shit if their
Right,
kids
that's
get
why I
beaten at
say
home.
fuck the kids. A lot of people they when people say we don't care about kids, it's like yeah, fuck them kids, bro. They don't care. It's about our agenda. We don't want.
They would rather
not an agenda to them. It's only an agenda.
I can't agree with that statement because the right doesn't care about the kids bullshit. It's just political posturing. I've never known that to be true. I've known from what I've seen about the DeSantis and people like him of the world, it's that it's political posturing and they care about the kids. It's not an either or proposition. Watching the French left praise Macron win over Le Pen, I don't try to make it make sense anymore. Yeah, that's a fair point. And yeah, that's the comment I was referring to that when I went on my little mini rant there. It's bizarre to me.
If it's something LGBT. That's simple.
Some
That's how they
would
look
rather
at
the
it.
kids fucking. Some people would rather the kids fucking hate themselves their whole lives. That's what people want.
Yeah, I mean, there was a
I love this. Tristan can't stop me. Abolish public school. It says somebody in the chat there.
Very nice.
We have a teen trans medicine center in the Toronto area, and they released a paper recently about
trans medicine.
Yeah, this is how degenerate my country is, people. We have fucking trans medicine centers in Canada. These fucking disgusting clinics, for the record, and that's what they are. They call them trans medicine centers. It's not medicine. It's a fucking clinic where you go to get puberty blockers and or hormone replacement therapy. Yeah. Toronto is a shitbird fucking city. It needs to be burned to the fucking ground with Liana Kersner still in it. Yeah, Toronto it's cancer of the highest order.
Oh, Jabba has a palate cleanser. Okay.
It should be interesting.
It's like the whatever the saying is about Carthage, except replace it with Toronto.
Yeah.
Trans teenagers, and the data was really interesting because only of all the kids who sought medical attention, only 64% of them actually received some form of treatment. And to me, that indicates that there is a decent amount of screening for kids that don't seem sure. And I found that reassuring.
No.
Like, all right, the system's working. They're filtering out people.
No, it's not working, you fucking idiot. If they were, they should be filtering out all children. You would not take a schizophrenic and say, don't take your meds. Obey the voices. Go kill your brother and sister. No, that's not how it works. So you don't humor someone that suffers from autogynephilia. We need someone as shocking as Milo to advocate for men who prefer non-consensual encounters. That's just a... Yeah, that... I know you're... Again, it's facetiousness, right? But, like, I don't disagree here. Like, they're shitbags, man. This is... And I say this as someone who used to be on the left. Or at least I thought at some point I was on the left. I guess I was never really left because I don't agree with any of their principles. They're just fucking evil, man. They're fucking evil.
Yeah.
Only 64% of kids were fucked over by adult perverts. Yes, exactly, Crypto Comics. That's exactly it. These degenerate non-reproductives want to encourage children who are confused. Let's be fucking clear. That's what it is. They are confused.
What the hell?
Into mutilating their bodies, either with chemicals, surgery, or both.
Guys, I have to go.
Yeah, all right. Take care, man.
have to work early tomorrow.
Mm.
Was a lot of stressful weeks behind and before me.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what all problems you had, but
work
hope they
related, and
hope they get better.
a lot of stress in my family. My mother had some back issues, and I had to take
back issues
some
are never fun.
responsibilities looking after my 92-year-old grandma and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that shit's why I legitimately dislike Bill Maher, dude, man. I can't stand him.
So, I wish you a nice rest of the evening.
Yeah, man, you
you too,
sleep
and
well. Yeah, you get there, and
hopefully we'll see you again next time.
I promise. Bye, guys.
Bye. You deserve, you have no heart if you're old and liberal. You have no. Yeah, that's attributed to Winston Churchill, isn't it?
I think so. It's a pile like that. So, yeah, Bill Maher. Yeah, it's why I dislike him. My comic shop has 30,000 back issues. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I've seen this. It's fantastic. The crying child on the shield just makes it so much better. It's yeah. Like, it's so good. And it makes it even that much better because it's Liam's crying child.
Ugh.
Might be a detransition risk. So I have no problem with it happening. And that's the conversation we should be having.
No, abso-fucking-lutely not. We should not be humoring children whose brains are not fucking fully developed yet on their fucking absurdities. And that's not saying that they can't be fucking gay. Fucking be as gay as you want. I don't give a shit about that. But the whole tranny shit, that's a mental illness. You don't humor schizophrenics and tell them to obey the voices. So you don't humor trannies. Churchill, yes. Nowadays, though, if you're young and liberal, you're filled with the spirit of the Antichrist and want to molest kids. Yeah, pretty much. I thought it was Liam smacking a child at first.
Yeah, so did I.
Bancroft's bump. Yep.
What's best practices, not ban it completely, because think of the children, groomer. My fucking dog is so confused right now because every time he hears the word groomer, he thinks he's going for a haircut.
Poor little guy. Let me get these super chats, guys. Robert.
No, I don't want to listen to super chats. Fuck this.
Okay, well, on that not so great joke, I guess that's the end.
Like she's not funny. That wasn't funny. Like that's women and men who want to fuck those women laughing at a woman's joke.
Holy shit, Twitter CEO.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out to us, Java, because Jesus fucking Christmas, Liana Kersner's just... You're going to hear this at some point, Liana Kersner. Kill yourself. I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to use a euphemism. Fucking kill yourself. You are trash. You want children who barely know what fucking up from down is to be able to determine their biological sex. Fuck you. Shoot yourself.
Breaking Twitter CEO to address employees at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh.
And women wonder why nobody... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. Like, these people are fucking retarded. She has a dog. There you go. She shouldn't be pontificating on other people's kids. Yeah, exactly. She's a dog mom. She doesn't get to have an opinion. Liam wants to bear it. Yes, probably. Yeah. Like, it's just, fuck me. Like, some of my anger is performative, but, like, when people target kids like that shit, that legitimately makes me angry. Like, kids are my soft spot. I probably shouldn't admit that on the internet, because, you know, someone will fuck with me using kids at some point, but, like, kids are my no-go zone. Like, you fuck with kids, I want you on the wall with the pedos and the rest of the faggots.
Well, I hope so. I don't know that I'd count on it, but I hope so.
I mean, that would be fucking hilarious if you just fired all the lefties.
I mean, that's what needs to happen. Anytime a new, somebody new comes in to be in charge or whatever, it's like, if you know that there are problematic people there, you need to get rid of them first thing, because they will undermine your ability to do anything productive if you don't. So get them gone.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with vindictive jokes, John Castle, but the way women tend to tell them, like, they're so proud of themselves when they fucking do that shit. It's like, holy fuck, dude. Like, it's fucking creepy. Like, when dudes tell a vindictive joke, they just, like, deliver it and then, like, move on. But chicks just, like, fucking gotta just belabor the point. You gotta beat the horse so much it's turned into fucking, like, hamburger.
Oh. Somebody in the chat there quoting her saying, "Fuck them kids, bro." Saggy melons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Philosophers studied in schools during 3450 AD.
So just FYI, to anybody ever watching this, it is not it's not appropriate to put AD afterwards. It comes before.
Yep.
Don't know, but I hope so.
He damn well better.
Be more fun with him around.
Well, it was more fun because he was consistently and near constantly triggering all these fucking retards.
Yes. Glad you made it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming.
I'm sure we'll do something else again soon. Probably the cuck dude.
Oh, the Jack Murphy.
Yeah, as long as Einbrecht is available, because we tried to do it yesterday, but nobody showed up except for me and Fiona, and neither of us are really all that familiar with him and his exploits.
Yeah, that's entirely my fault. I hadn't slept in 36 hours, and I, like a fool.
Oh well, it happens. It's not a big deal.
I, like a fool, laid down thinking, I'll take a 2-3 hour. No, 8 hours later. It was 10 p.m. and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, see, that's why whenever somebody says that they take naps or whatever, I'm like, how do you manage that? Because, I mean, I guess maybe if you set an alarm, but anytime I lay down to go to sleep, it's like I'm probably sleeping a full cycle, and if I don't, then I'm going to be, feeling like shit.
Yes, we're very proud of the fact that we're not grooming kids and not interested in grooming kids. Yes. Like, that shit fucking messes with me, man. Like, I just, let's not propagandize children, please. Let's let if parents want their kids to be Christian, that's their right to teach them that way. You don't have to like it, but you don't get to have an opinion. You're not the parent in that situation. If they want to raise their child atheist, fucking let them. It's their choice. It's their child. Fuck me. Like, I hate that shit. CEO or whoever is accepting Elon's offers so they don't get fired. If they refuse his offer, they are betraying the profit of the shareholders or something. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, hangover naps can be nasty sometimes. What I like to do is the one time I actually funny thing is too, I've never had a hangover from drinking. The one time I
Neither have I.
experienced a
Weird.
hangover-like symptom, it was because I had a migraine of some sort, and what I did was I drank coffee and I ate greasy food, and then I had a nap, and I woke up and I was fucking fine, no migraine, nothing. And it's just like, my buddy's like, you got a migraine? It's like, did you drink last night? I was like, no. I haven't drank in like 2 weeks. He's like, fuck, what the hell? So I just tried the hangover cure anyway. I had coffee, I had some greasy food, and I had a nap. And I was.
And you can always, get the effects of a hangover without actually becoming fully intoxicated. All you have to do is drink some Anheuser-Busch products.
Oh, gross. No, thank you. Come on, man. It's like drinking Natty Ice.
That would be one of them. Yep. Oh boy. Dear Diary. Always teaching the girls how to breastfeed. Oh God. So I got the baby and popped my man boob out and was gonna start, but the baby started screaming, "Mommy, the bad man is back."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Holy fuck, man.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you for joining us. And like I said, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the next day or some fucking time or other. We'll try to do that Jack Murphy thing. And of course, eventually there'll be more leaming on Twitch.
Yes, there will be more leaming on Twitch. We've got a couple interesting streams lined up for Leam. Also, I'm working on a side project.
Excellent.
Once I know for certain the identity of the person I may be talking to, I'll have a fun, if it's who I think it is, I'll have a very fun interview for people. It will be, let's just say it will piss off the correct people.
Good night,
piss
sir.
off the correct people.
And
Yes.
we'll play out on the intro again.